Back at it again here in Summer League, folks. Back like we never left. In the building yet again for yet another inconsequential Summer League game that we can overreact to because, of course, we love to do this. This is what we do. We want to come in the Summer League and try to find and predict the next superstar in the making. And maybe it's Tyler Nickel, maybe it's Jack Kyle, probably neither, but can they be? Can they be good enough rotation players? Can they maybe crack the rotation next year? Maybe for Tyler Nickel, not so much for Jack Kyle, as he's still a pretty raw developing player in the making. But as we saw, the signs are there. They are indeed there for Jack Kyle, so I got my hopes up. I'm looking for a really fun, entertaining game. We do have Pacom Dadie out there yet again here today. I'm not entirely sure what the lineups are. We'll figure it out as the game goes on. I'm not doing a whole lot of pre-gaming, a whole lot of looking things up when it comes to the game. You just kind of got to show up and have some fun with it. When it comes to Summer League, you show up and have some fun with it. That is the goal. That is what we're trying to do here. And so as we wind down Summer League, by the way, Summer League is in the process of winding down. We have, I think, 3 days left. This is the last regular season game. Regular game for Summer League here before we get into the playoffs of the Summer League. Like, all of this is in quotation marks because it kind of, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. None of this matters, but of course it kind of matters because you want to see you guys play well. So here we are. We're going up against a Golden State Warriors team that has played well. It's got a lottery pick in Yaxel Lendenborg, who's played really well here in Summer League. We're going to scroll through until we get our starting lineups. There we go. We do not have Diawara back, but Pacom Dadie is back in the starting lineup. Love to see that. Yaxel Lendenborg will look to give us a show here today. I'm looking forward to that as well. But, of course, we have Luke Robbins, who impressed in the last game, looking for another repeat performance. Pacom Dadie, Tyler Nickel, of course, our guy Dylan Jones, and, of course, my guy Jack Kyle. I hope your guys in the making as well, because he showed some stuff. Robert Kling, what's up, Rob? David Oz Jr., what's up, David? Susan, John Newen, appreciate you. David said at FanFest with the kids watching Jeff. Appreciate you, David. Appreciate you. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. I do want to go to one of those, man. I've been busy. Haven't been able to make it out, but I do want to go there at some point, hopefully next year. We're going to start it off with a 3 for the Warriors. Can't get it to go, and a battle for the rebound is going to end up with the Golden State Warriors as Luke Robbins couldn't hold on to it, and ball's going to go back to the Warriors. Here we go. K Hazy, what's up, K Hazy? Everybody in the chat, appreciate y'all. We're dialed in, tuned up, ready to go. Starting off 0-0. No Diawara back for whatever reason, but we do have Dadie out there. They hand it off to the guard. Got to look at the names. Make sure we know who we're watching. A 3 in the left wing for number 33. Got it to go, and that is indeed Leones. We did watch Leones play last year when the Warriors came in to play the Knicks when they had nobody healthy on their roster, and they still gave the Knicks a tough game. But, you know, so we are somewhat familiar with Leones. Jack Kyle has it up top now, crossing over to his left. Sidestep, left wing 3, falling out of bounds, throws up an air ball. Luke Robbins able to secure the offensive rebound, though, with the shot clock winding down. Kicks it back up top. Tyler Nickel, quick catch and fire from 3. Can't get that one to go down. Waiting for Tyler Nickel to explode out there. And then a loose ball foul on the Knicks. So the Warriors, they did snag that rebound, so the ball's still going to stay with them, but that's a foul picked up by the New York Knicks. The Knicks are, of course, 1-2 in Summer League. The Warriors are 2-1. Again, records don't really mean anything, but we do want to see these guys play well, and if you're keeping track of the score, I do want a victory at the end. So it's 3-0 to start. We know the Knicks have struggled to score here in Summer League. They did have a pretty good offensive game the other day. Hopefully that continues here today, but on the pick and roll, the big man for the Warriors, Ike, I assume I'm going to call him there until corrected. Able to score on the roll there. Dylan Jones at the foul line, spins, has nowhere to go, looking for an outlet, gets it over to Dadie, cutting across the baseline, will throw up the midi, rattles in and out halfway down until it pops out. Now here come the Warriors, already up 5-0, trying to extend to 7-0, to dumb it down low to Ike, who gets the foul and one off a pump fake, off a mismatch coming down in transition against Dadie, and he's able to get the and one over him. So that's a 7-0 start, which I didn't even update my score, my apologies. That's a 7-0 start now for the Golden State Warriors. Not great. Not a great start yet again, but we're used to this. We're used to not great starts here in Summer League. David said, I saw the roommate show live. Must have been a good time, man. I do want to get out there. We could do a little tiny meet and greet out there too, so I can finally meet you guys out there in person. I did want to go, but time, man. We just did not have the time. Kyle sees a double team, swings out the nickel. They leave him open. Oh, don't leave my man Tyler Nickel open out there in the left corner 3 ball. Tyler Nickel, the Jack Kyle to Tyler Nickel connection. You love to see it. Here comes Golden State. Rhythm dribble sidestep 3. Got it to go for Cryer, I believe that was. There it is. Cryer with the step back 3. And now here comes Jack Kyle bringing it down for the Knicks. I want to see Jack Kyle with the ball in his hands a lot more. I'm loving this. Hasn't been great decisions, but I'm loving that the ball's in his hands making those decisions. Lou Robbins has it up top, hands it off to Kyle. Kyle, jab step, coming to his left, hesitates, down low, step back, tried to throw a wild behind the back pass, and it's a bad pass. Lendenborg got his body in the way. Now he's coming down the other way, gets chased down, blocked by Bakong Diawara. Look at him chasing down the rookie. They swing it out to Nickel. Extra pass to Jones, and no hesitation. 3, can't get it to go. Battle for rebounds, and Robbins picks up the foul. Battling on the board there, fouling. Is that Lendenborg? I don't know. Fouling the Golden State Warriors. That might have been Jones down there who picked up the foul, or was the person who drew the foul from Robbins. Susan said, Tyler Nickel under the coaching of Brown, he can only get better. All these guys can only get better. We're looking at Dadier. We already seen Diawara. He seems like he might be done for Summer League, unfortunately for us, because he did not play well. But Jack Kyle, Tyler Nickel now, of course, like you said. Oh, Luke Robbins meeting him up at the rim. Jones picking on the wrong big man down there as Dylan Jones gets into the paint and throws it right back. And now here comes Jones. Bump Euro down the other way. Gets chased down, blocked by Kyle. Good defense from Dadier as well to not foul out there in transition. Allowed Kyle to get the chase down block, but it didn't matter because the Warriors were able to have their other guys run down. My score's way off. My apologies. Not doing a good job of the score so far, but it doesn't even really matter because it's 13-3. We're going to get a timeout from the Golden State Warriors. It is indeed 13-3 with the only 3 points coming from Tyler Nickel. That's about it. And look, we've been here for a rough offensive performance before. This one seems to be no different. But hopefully we catch a rhythm, we get it going a little bit so we can find a little bit of entertainment here. So far, Jack Kyle, Bakong Dadier, and Tyler Nickel, even a little Luke Robbins, like they're getting in there, they're mixing it up. They're just not getting anything to go down. Susan said, I'm liking Jones, Dylan Jones over here on the Knicks. Going into year 3, wanted to see a little bit more from Dylan Jones here in Summer League. He's acting like a veteran, trying to set other guys up. Like, brother, you are battling for a contract. I wanted to see if you could come out and show something a little bit more than just being a floor general out there, which honestly he's not even really a good floor general. Not to disparage him or anything to that regard. He's just not a point guard, and he's trying to be a point guard out there. It's part of the reason they threw Jack Kyle out there to be a point guard, because their offense was so putrid without a real floor general out there. Not that even Jack Kyle is a real floor general, but he's a guy who's been playing point guard, who has that kind of point guard perspective, who can set guys up properly and run a little bit of a pick and roll. Even though he is young, we saw him try to throw a terrible behind the back pass that got picked off very easily. But just having these multiple ball handlers out there is obviously very good. Tyler Nickel with the 3 points so far, and outside of that, everybody has missed their shot that they've taken, except for Luke Robbins, who hasn't taken a shot yet. Does only have the 1 rebound as well. Susan said he's just low on confidence. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's confidence or maybe he's just not that good or like I said, he's talked about like wanting to take a leadership role and bringing these guys along with them and like setting them up. And I'm like, I wanted to see a little bit more from Dylan Jones. I wish that wasn't necessarily his mentality, if it is indeed the mentality he's had. I'm pretty sure I've heard him say that, or maybe I've heard other people describe his sort of mentality as that, maybe not necessarily from him, but I wanted to see him be a little bit more aggressive, and I'm not been too excited about from what I've seen, because I was excited about him. He does have a very interesting skill set. Here we go. The Knicks have it. They get it over to Jones. Jones pulls it back, hesitates, picks up his handle, hits Dadier cutting back door, gets caught in the air. They swing it around. Shot clock winding down. Nickel a 3. Can't get it to go. Battle on the boards. Dadier and Robbins fighting for it. And it ends up in the hands of the Warriors. They swing it out. Pump fake from 3. Good defense from Jack Kyle to close that airspace out there from Jones. And they get it out to Lendenborg for the 3. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Ike, though. They pull it back out. Hand it off to Smith. I think that was Jones with the 3 as well. No, that was Lendenborg. They get it into Ike again. A foul line floater. Can't get it to go. Trying to throw up the Harnstein. Can't get it to go down. Now here come the Knicks finally off the rebound. Dadier has it on the left wing. Coming to his left. picks up his handle. No, he doesn't pick up his handle, but he does swing it over to Robbins. They try to come over for the steal, and they slip it inside to Jack Kyle. Good connection from the big man to the guard, cutting down into the paint for the nice, easy layup. Good job from Luke Robbins to not give up that ball as the guard came over for the steal. Now Ike has it, gets it over to Lendenborg, being guarded by Dadier. Good pressure from Pakom Dadier here. Now they get it up top. Driving it down in the lane, leans in, tries to kick it out. Jack Kyle with the steal, playing the passing lane well. He's pushing it, hit ahead. Dadier, the two-handed slam out in transition. And look at the rookie leading the team right now. And the Warriors trying to hit it ahead. Knicks do a good job getting back on defense. Good job from Liam Robbins. Now they get it over to number 27, coming to his right. Tries to slip it over to Ike. Ball knocked loose. They're diving for it. Dylan Jones dives on the court. They get it out to Jones over on the Warriors. They swing it around. Lendenborg, a three over Robbins. Throws up an air ball. Picked up by the Warriors. They go up, get fouled by Dylan Jones, and Ike will go to the free throw line for one free throw for 2 points. But we're getting some NBA action here, baby. That's what we like to see. That is what we like to see for sure. We're at the halfway point, about 5 minutes to go here, and I love what I've seen from Jack Kyle already. 2 points, a rebound, and 2 assists. He's doing some things out there, man. He's doing some things. Ian Begley did have a write-up. The Fleas. What's up, Fleas? Always happy to see my guy in the chat. Ian Begley, noted Knicks reporter for SNY, did put out a really nice write-up about how it's going to be really difficult if the Knicks want to keep Jack Kyle here with the organization the way he wants to stay. They could do a two-way contract for him. It would limit their ability to keep him long-term or give him actual minutes. I would prefer if they just gave him a two-way and kept him with the Knicks rather than give him back overseas. But it's seeming like that's the likely scenario with the second apron limitations that they have right now. They swing it out to Sellers for a nice open three. Robbins, the offensive rebound. They get it out to Dadier. Show me something, Dadier. Don't give it up or get it back to Robbins. So he's going to throw up the three. He's going to come up short. Liam Robbins battling on the boards again, keeps it alive. Jack Kyle picks it up. Out to Dadier, slips it over to Robbins. Back to Dadier, head down, pulling his way to the rim. Floater, got it to go. That's what I want to see from Pakom Dadier. Put the ball on the floor, be aggressive, go to the rim, make something happen. No Diawara out there, so I do want to see Dadier get up like 15 shot attempts here today. In the paint, Liam Robbins comes up with a weak side block. Dadier picks up the loose ball rebound. He's going to push it the other way. Keep that handle alive, young man. I like it. They swing it over to Sellers. Sellers back to Dadier. Dadier back over to Liam Robbins. He cuts back door. Robbins tried to throw the backdoor pass, got picked off. But the Knicks able to recover. That's number 21 for the Knicks. That is indeed Akins right there. Akins, the mid-range pull-up jumper, got it to go down. That was not Sellers. That's Akins. But Sellers is in the game here. And it's 15-11. The Knicks have found their rhythm here in this first quarter. It's not going to be a disastrous game, at least so far it's proven not to be. The Warriors doing a great job of swinging that ball around. They almost got the steal, but a nice pass fake, cross-court pass. Three goes in and halfway down, and then Dadier battling on the boards for the rebound gets knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off of Dadier. And Dadier saying Ike was already out of bounds, but the ball will be rewarded back to the Warriors here. And we got 3:39 to go. Never restarted the timer. My apologies. Queen, what's up, Queen? Robert Kling said, congratulations to Brunton on winning MVP. Knicks took home all the gold. All the gold. They were nominated for, what, 4 awards at the ESPYs? They swept the ESPYs. They took all 4 awards. They said, give me all of that. All of it. I want all of it. And they walked away with all of it. A Warriors player seems to have gotten injured, and Dadier picks off the inbound pass. Jack Kyle, head down. Go to the rim, young man. Go for the layup. Go for a dunk. You can't get caught under the rim there and try to ship it off to your teammate. That's way too close. That's rookie mistakes, brother. Those are rookie mistakes right there. High school mistakes. This is the kind of mistakes I would make in high school. My coach would look at me like I was crazy. Number 19 for the Warriors here has it. Fancy dribbling. Gets the scoop layup to go. That is Boyd down there with a nice fancy handling. Got with the little scoop layup to go past Dottie off the little Gortat screen in the paint from their big man. Akins gets it over to Dottie. Dottie on the left wing. Head down off the dribble. Going to the rim. Draws the foul. That's what I want to see more of from Pakom Dadier. That's what we have to see more of. We got to see the next development in his game. Got to see him confident with the handle, putting his head down, going to the basket, trying to make something happen, whether that's to shoot or collapse the defense and kick it back out or just kind of create something. You got to be able to create something, right? Kay Hazy said they have to buy him out from overseas, which I think means a full contract. Yes, that's also what it was as well, Kay Hazy. Yes, I forgot that tidbit where if the Knicks don't offer him a full contract, then they can't buy out the contract, meaning that Jack Cayo and his representation would have to take the risk of buying out the contract, only for him to sign possibly a two-way deal or a G League deal, which obviously I don't think they would do. They would just take the guaranteed money from Germany and stash him for a year, as Leons misses a bad three out of the corner, hit ahead pass to Dottie, bump Euro down the lane, lefty layup, can't get it to go, no foul call, good defense. He did knock down his free throw, by the way. So it's 17-13, crossover down the lane, number 21 all the way to the rim for the lefty layup. Beautiful move. Number 21 or 27, I guess, that was Jones right there. Nice move. And now here comes Akins, pulling it back out, up top, swings it around. Dottie, pump fakes. He'll take the baseline, head down, swings it out. Jack Cayo, wide open, right corner three, line me up, young man. Comes up well short. Leons with the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. Albert, what's up, Albert? Here comes Leons bringing it down against Jourdain. I did like Jourdain's game the other day. I have liked Jourdain and every time he's gotten minutes here, but nice manipulation from number 19 over to Leons in the paint. Number 19 is indeed Boyd again. Nice fancy moves from Boyd here tonight. I was impressed with the handle, impressed with the scoop finish under the rim, and impressed here coming to his left, throwing a nice slip pass inside to the big man as they had to converge. They throw the lob inside to Sellers, who easily gets the layup to go on a little backdoor cut. It's 21-15 now, as the timer just stopped on its own. I didn't press the timer that time, but we do have 1:40 to go here. A deep pull-up three, got it to go. Deep pull-up three for number 55 there. That is McMillan. Okay. Looked like a confident, smooth-looking shot from deep there. Aiken has it there. Mid-range pull-up jumper again. Same spot, same result for Aiken. Did not play the previous two games, playing again here tonight after starting that first game. Not sure why he didn't play the other two games, but started the first game, playing again here tonight. They try to throw into the corner to Leons. It's a bad pass from number 19 Boyd, right? Number 19 Boyd throws that one away. Good idea. Bad execution, though. But back to K. Hazy. Yes. We have 1 minute to go here. We're going to get a timeout. Yes. So the rule is that if he's going to sign an NBA contract, the Knicks themselves as an organization are allowed to, they themselves buy out his German contract to sign him to an NBA contract. If they're not going to sign him to a full NBA contract, if they're only possibly going to give him a two-way contract or a G League contract, then they can't buy out the German contract, right? Like I said, Jack Cayo or his representation and whatnot, his agency, would then have to put up the money to buy out his German contract to allow him to become a free agent, and then the Knicks would then negotiate a two-way deal. Now, if he's already under contract for guaranteed money in his German league, I don't see how his representation would then take on the financial risk of buying out his contract, having him go to the NBA at 20 years old, to be a part of an organization, and it's a good organization, a well-respected organization, and you could tell by the way so many players have talked about it now, that, you know, and he has talked about, like, I do want to be part of the Knicks organization, but it just doesn't really make sense, unfortunately, due to the apron rules, where the Knicks can't go over the second apron and sign him to that deal. They only have one roster spot remaining anyway, and it's pretty clear that they need a third-string center, for, you know, just in case scenarios. So even if they did want to bring him over and they were like, well, we'll sign him to a two-way contract, right? We'll have him split time between the G League and the big squad. Two-way contract is fine. The problem is buying out the German contract. And it just obviously does not seem like that's something that's going to happen. So it's unfortunately seeming like he's going to go back to Germany this year. And that's going to suck for me personally, because I do like watching him play and I do have high hopes for him. I do think he looks pretty dang good. 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists before he just went to the bench there. Dylan Jones back in. Nick Yak, what's up, Yak? Okay, he said, yeah, that seems unlikely for the Knicks to do. Yeah, at this point it seems unlikely, and unfortunately it seems like he will go back to Germany, not because he wants to, and probably not even because the Knicks want him to, but they just don't really have too many options in terms of keeping him here, unless his agency takes on the financial burden of possibly bringing him over. And then a pull-up jumper from Aiken to come back at it this time out there. It's 24-19. Knicks hanging around. We like to see that. Madrasi, what's up, Madrasi? Just signed in. Is Nickel playing tonight? Nickel is playing. He just subbed back in. He's got 3 points. He's already knocked down 1 3. He's 1 for 2 from 3. And then the Knicks come up with a steal. That's Sellers now out on the fast break against Boyd, going up strong. Scoop Lab can't get it to go. Tip from Dylan Jones doesn't go, and the Warriors finally clean it up with the rebound. Now here comes Leons bringing it down. Leons has it up top, being guarded by Jourdain. Like I said, I do like Jordan and the way he's played here in Summer League, particularly in the last game. I thought he gave great energy and effort in defense. They slip it inside. Knicks late on the rotation. I believe that's Aiken there and Nickel. Both of them discussing what should have happened there. And that is going to be an and one layup with 10 seconds to go here. Yaxel, my cable sucks. How's Robbins doing? Robbins well. He's doing well. I don't think he's taking a shot, but he's done a really good job, much better job than he did in the first two games. The last game he did a really good job of this as well, and so far he's continued to here tonight of battling on the boards. I don't know what his neat rebound numbers look like. I don't know how many he's snagged, but he's done a really good job of keeping balls alive and tipping them to teammates and whatnot and battling underneath for them. He also has a nice weak side block that was really impressive. I liked. They swing it out, a three in the left corner. Can't get it to go. And that's going to be the end of the quarter there. They did miss their and one free throw, but Robbins looked solid. He looked good again. He's going to be an interesting player to keep around. I don't think he's going to get that third center spot. They might keep him on a two-way, though, because he has looked impressive. But would you rather keep him or Jemison? I don't know. If they do keep him around, he's going to be interesting. If anything, I do think he'll end up with their G League team. And he'll play for Westchester this year. I think it's pretty likely that will happen because he has shown some stuff. He's still got a lot of growing to do. But, I believe he's like 26 years old. It was at the point where they're like, yeah, you're kind of turning out to be who you are. Obviously, there's still room for improvement, of course, but, he's not as young. He's not like a 22, 23-year-old where it's like, okay, we can kind of mold him a little bit. There's some stuff to work with there. He's already about 25, 26 years old. And as a matter of fact, let me just double check how old Liam Robbins is. But, he's not as young as you'd like him to be. Not that that is too big of a deal. So he's 27. Right, born in 99, July 99, so he just turned 27 actually. But yeah, so he's not as young as you'd like him to be in terms of like molding him into the player you want to be. He is big, he's got some skill, he's playing hard. I like what I've seen from him. I just don't think he is gonna stick around with the team. But he'll be. He had 4 blocks last game. He did have 4 blocks last game. He did. I don't think he will hang around the big squad. I do think, if anything, he might end up with Westchester, which would be nice to keep an eye on him closer. Right, he'll be closer to home. We'll keep an eye on him as the G League season plays out. I think at best he might get one of those two-way contracts, but we'll see. We'll see. He played really well in the previous game. Oh, he's checking back in here. He's taken one shot. I think it was a putback that he missed. But he's got 3 rebounds and assists. I do like the 3 rebounds. I want to see him continue to rebound well. That is the main thing I'm watching with him, is obviously rim protection, but mostly rebounding. Need to see some rebounding from him. Much better rebounding. I was not impressed as a matter of fact, I was disappointed in the first 2 games with his rebounding. Was much happier with his rebounding performance in that third game we watched. And so far here tonight, I think he's been really good on the boards. And that's what we want to see. We want to see more improvement from there. Tries to go to the handoff action with Tyler Nickel, and there is a foul on Robbins. He's picked up a couple of those on moving screens. That's not that big of a deal. That's more of a coaching thing, right? Like in terms of, it's just summer league, so if he does end up with an NBA team, they could coach that at him. Those moving screen turnovers aren't that big of a deal to me here in summer league. Number 55 down the lane floater. Looks like Liam Robbins got a piece of that one as it came up well short. It was an air ball. Jones with the rebound, swings it out. Right corner 3 for Nickel. Quick catch and fire. Definitely rushed it. Good closeout from Jones on the Warriors. And they quick hit ahead. Number 55, left corner 3. Can't get it to go. Skying is Jordan for the rebound. Ball knocked out of his hands. It is going to go back to the Knicks, though, as it goes out of bounds. Robert Klink said, not a bad first quarter, but they can do better. They can. They can. I was, of the players who played in that first quarter, I walked away most impressed with Jack Kyle and Bakom Davier. Liam Robbins is a distant third, but those were the 3 players I walked away with. Like, I really like the way they played in that first quarter there. Got to get Nickel going a little bit here, but obviously his reputation is growing. They're not giving him any open space. Okani across the baseline, inside the Robbins, swings it out. Right corner 3 for Jordan. Can't get that one to go down. Nice pass from Robbins. I wish he maybe could have a little flip shot in the paint there. Too close to the basket to kick that one out, but that's not a terrible decision. Nickel doing a great job of playing the passing lane, gets the steals. He knocks it out of the air. Jordan will bring it down after picking up the loose ball, loses the handle out of bounds, and the ball will go back to Golden State here. Here comes number 55. That is, who is that again? Number 55. 45, no. Floater, can't get it to go. No, that's number 55, who is not. Oh, there he is, McMillan. They get it out. Down the lane is Cryer. Lefty layup. Hanging on the rim, can't get it to go. Good boxing out a rebound for Robbins there. I like the way he's battling on the boards here tonight. Doing a good job of boxing out there and snagging that rebound. They get it up top to Jones. Swings through to his right. Down the lane, floater. In and out. And it stays out. Rebounded by Lendenborg. And Yaxel Lendenborg. Quick hit ahead. Bringing it down is McMillan. We'll pull it back out. Lendenborg very quiet so far here tonight. Dadier did get the assignment on him. They now hit Lendenborg, cutting back door. Shot against Robbins, can't get it to go. Contact, but no foul. Really love that contest from Lendenborg there. That was nice. It was really nice rim protection from from Liam Robbins. As Summer League has gone on, he's gotten more and more impressive. Keep him around, man. Keep him around. At worst, keep him with the G League squad. And hopefully he's impressive enough. And we'll see what they do with their two ways. Obviously, you have 3 two-ways available to you. So we'll see. They get it into Ike. They swing it over to Cryer. Coming to his left, slips it inside to Cryer, to the rim. Can't get the layup to go. Does get fouled. Robbins and Okani were both there. I wonder who they're going to give that foul to. It looks like they're going to give it to Okani. Do think that was good defense from Robbins. I do think he was well positioned there. You know, we're at the point where we're like micromanaging and microanalyzing every single little thing that certain guys do. And that's because it's Summer League. We're obviously not looking at the grandstanding of, you know, if it's a regular season game, as Ike misses the free throw, ends up being a good foul. Or anything like that. Jack Kyle bringing it down. Does a good job beating the pressure. Gets it over to Robbins. Robbins will now attack down the lane. Scoop layup. Got it to go for Liam Robbins. There you go. They're being overly aggressive with him up top. Just blows past the defense, and he does a good job hustling back as well. Ike does have positioning on him, though. Robbins does get a hand in there. Oh, he spins off of him. Goes reverse layup. Got it to go. Beautiful move from number 45 Ike there on Liam Robbins. Got him there. Got him with the reverse finish. Jack Kyle has it up top. Dancing around a Robbins screen. Coming to his left. Pulls it back. Jack Kyle now crosses over to his left, swings over to Nico. He's going to pump fake, drive to his left, down in the lane, kicks it out. Liam Robbins, a 3. Line me up. Line me up, Liam Robbins. That was a smooth-looking shot right there, too. Nothing but net, showing all the versatility that got him this Summer League spot to begin with. And now Cryer has it up top, coming off the screen, swings it out, looking for a foul, doesn't get it. Kyle comes up with the steal. He's going to throw a lob up top to Okani, and the ball is going to get knocked out of bounds by the Golden State Warriors, number 27. I believe that is Jones. See Jones there. Knocks it out of bounds. That is the second time here where Jack Kyle makes a bad decision out on the break. First time he tried to throw a pass when he was already under the basket on a 2-on-1 fast break. You just got to go for a layup at that point if you're going to get that close to the rim. And then this time, waiting too long, very obvious. He was looking for the lob attempt, was not there. That's great hustle from the Golden State Warriors, of course, but if you're Jack Kyle, you just got to go to the rim. You just got to go to the rim and look for a finish. I know you're trying to feed your teammates, but you're getting too caught under the rim. They kick it out to Nickel, coming off a screen, a down screen on the inbound. They swing it around, Dadier back in. King Free, Rose Pierre, appreciate you guys. Happy to see you in the chat. They get it out to Nickel, putting the ball on the floor, picks up his handle, swings it in the corner to Okani. Okani swings through to his right, down the lane in the paint, floater. Can't get it to go off the back of the rim. Probably had Dadier in the right corner, spreading it out to 3 open, that he didn't hit him. But right in front of the rim, got to knock down those floaters. Decent move from Okani there. They get it up top, dancing with it. They swing it back to number 18, and that's a pull-up 3 from him, and he splashes it nothing but net. Cryer splashes it nothing but net there. And we are at 6 minutes to go here. Kyle down the lane, takes a bump, slips it inside to Ware, kicks it out to Okani, an open left wing 3, can't get it to go. Kyle handling the pressure, handling the physicality decently there. Could have been a little strong with the ball. But again, we're talking about a 20-year-old kid coming over to America for the first time to play professional basketball. Not bad. Number 40, Moni, misses the jumper there. Now here come the Knicks pushing the other way. Tyler Nichols swings it out. Dadier, left corner 3, no hesitation, can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball, and a loose ball foul on the Warriors. We keep the ball here with the New York Knicks. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout. Tyler Nichols doing a really good job of just hustling and getting out there and pushing the pace and whatnot. He's got the 3 points. He knocked down the 3 earlier in the game. Dottie is only 2 for 5. Can't knock down that perimeter jump shot, man. That jump shot has just eluded him so far here. Every single time he's kind of had to prove himself to maybe get a call up with the NBA. with the Knicks' big squad. He just can't get that three-point shot to go down for himself right now. We've seen him shoot it well in summer league and whatnot, but you know, gotta get those to go down. Like those are shots you got to prove you can knock down with regularity. King Free said, so far, who's making the team? Seems like it's gonna be Tyler Nickel, and probably only Tyler Nickel, if only because, you know, Liam Robbins shows some things. Jack Kyle, I love, and I think the Knicks, you know, have been impressed and would kind of want him with the team, but the problem is this roster crunch, the salary crunch in terms of like they just don't have the space, they don't have the salaries, the roster spots, and they don't have the financial flexibility pushing up against that second apron to bring somebody that is just even interesting, like Jack Kyle, onto the team to see what they have in them. They just don't have the spots to do it right now, unfortunately. So it kind of just seems like Tyler Nickel is going to be the only guy from this summer league team. Obviously, Dottie is already on the team, right? He was a first round. He's got a guaranteed contract with the Knicks, so he'll be on the team. And then Diawara has a guaranteed contract he signed this summer, so he'll be on the team. But it seems like anybody who doesn't have a guaranteed contract with the Knicks right now will end up being the only player that doesn't have a guaranteed contract with the Knicks that will end up being on the roster. Seems like it's going to be Tyler Nickel, and I do assume it's going to be a two-way contract, which is part of the reason why they traded down in the draft, by the way, so that they can sign a later draft pick to a two-way contract. So. Nick Yaxel, we could fill a spot with Robbins at $800,000 and have money to convert two ways after the All-Star break. I don't think you can have Robbins for $800,000. The minimum you could have, I think, is like 2.4. Isn't that the minimum? You can't sign somebody for $800,000. That's and have money to convert two ways after the All-Star break. Yeah, so it becomes a contract would become prorated in the sense that the only amount that would count towards your cap is the remainder of the contract, like you say, after the All-Star break. But you're gonna have to wait and see how the roster kind of pans out at that point. Too early to tell right now, and obviously they want to get a third-string center in the building, and I don't think Liam Robbins is going to be the guy they're eyeing, but maybe. He's shown some impressive things. Down the lane, lefty layup, can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball. Number 25 picks it up, spins, and gets the layup to go over Ware. Nice aggressive move from number 25. Jones there for the Golden State Warriors. It's now 33-24, 9-point lead for the Warriors as the New York Knicks have kind of stumbled again offensively here. They go through their droughts here in Summer League, man. Kai off the handoff down the lane, tries to kick it out. The physicality just getting to him there. Can't get the pass off, and it ends up as a turnover. Number 19 kicks it in the corner. They're going to pump fake, spins, and get it back. Ware on the guard, out in the corner, kicks it up top to Money. Number 40 puts up the three, can't get it to go. Ware skying for the rebound, snags it. Good job from him. Now here come the Knicks pushing the other way. Sellers hit ahead to Dottier on the right wing. Dottier up top. Gets it over to Ware. Ware hands it off to Sellers. Sellers pulls it out, picks up his handle, got nowhere to go, kicks it out to Aiken. Aiken coming to his right, drive it down, mid-range pull-up jumper again. Can't get that one to go down. Ware bullying his way under the rim, snags the rebound, and then gets fouled. Nice aggressive move there. Robert Kling said, Knicks look to be the favorites in the East. I mean, they won the championship, so they should be the favorites in the NBA. That's always kind of how I felt. If you win the championship and you bring back your core and majority of your roster, which the Knicks obviously have, the only guy they lost was Mitchell Robinson, unfortunately, my guy. But yeah, they should be the favorite. Should still be the favorite. Ware hands it off to Kyle, sets his feet, fires from three, comes up short. Dottier the offensive rebound though. Ball gets knocked out of his hands. And it gets stolen, and now here comes Jones, hit ahead to Leones, almost lost it out of bounds. But no, he was out of bounds when he called the ball, so the ball is going to go back to the Knicks on a turnover. It's a bad pass from Jones to Leones. And Leones pats his chest saying, my bad, but that's on Jones right there. It's a bad pass. So here comes Aiken, and we're going to get another stoppage in play. A whistle. 4 minutes to go here in the second. So it's 33-24, 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. We've seen some nice things from Dottier, Kyle, and Robbins. Outside of that, Aiken's knocked down a couple of middies, which is cool. But nothing else of note has happened so far for the Knicks. And even on the Warriors side, like Lendenborg has been kind of a donut here tonight. Not really impressive, not really doing a whole lot of anything. Not entirely sure what's going on there. I feel like we've barely seen him. He kind of started the game. We haven't really seen him since, unless I've been mistaken. I guess there was a technical free throw or something happened. It looked like maybe there was an intentional foul, because they do award the Knicks... Oh, no. I'm sorry. It was a technical foul. The Knicks knocked down the free throw. Diawara subs out here. Dylan Jones will sub in. You still have Kyle, Ware, Sellers, and Aiken out there. No real center. Ware is essentially acting as a center. He's not really a center. They swing it over to Sellers. Sellers up top. Shot clock down to 12. Over to Ware. Ware picks up his handle. Loses it, actually. And now here come the Warriors pushing it the other way. Hit ahead. Jones, left wing three for the Warriors. Can't get it to go. Skying for the rebound. Loose ball. Can't get it to go down. Kyle comes in and snags the rebound. He's pushing it the other way. Kyle gets it over to Sellers, over to Aiken. Jab step out of the right corner. Swings through to his left. To the rim. Loses the handle out of bounds. Ball back to the Warriors. A whole lot of turnovers going on for both sides here. Pretty ugly game, but that's what you get here in Summer League. Mike Sleva. What's up, Mike? Blue suit should be official part of the New York Knicks championship memorabilia. It might end up being as a Sheffy Channel memorabilia. We'll figure out something to do with it, whether we give it away or hang it up in a kind of our own version of the Raptors. Who knows? We'll make something up. We'll do something ceremonial with it. Ike back in the game, hands it off to number 18, swings it over to Jones, number 25 for the Warriors, steps through down the lane, almost lost it, kicks it back out, a three, can't get it to go. Number 18, that is Cryer, can't get it to go, and then battle for a loose ball, ends up out of bounds, ball back to the Knicks. A lot of missing, a lot of turnovers going on here. Liam Robbins going to sub back in, Lendenborg going to sub back in. Good, I want to see his stat line so far. We are close to halftime, but I do want to see Lendenborg's stat line. I feel like he's done a whole lot of nothing so far here tonight. Has he even scored? Let's see when he pops up here when they update this. But first, it looks like we're going to get a timeout. We are going to get another timeout. So let's just pull it up ourselves. AP, what's up, AP? Can they hold on to the basketball, please? It's Summer League, brother. No, they cannot. It's Summer League. Asking for somebody to hold on to the basketball in Summer League is crazy. I'm not going to lie. It is crazy. I do want to look up the box score just because I want to see what Lendenborg's doing. I feel like Lendenborg hasn't done anything. Nate Yaxel, why no Diawara? Is he hurt? He was listed out in the previous game with a finger injury. I don't know if he's just been shut down or whatever, but yeah, he's not playing for the second game in a row. Honestly, it sucks because we do want to watch Diawara out there. We want to see him continue to develop and whatnot. It's really not that big of a deal. Hopefully the injury isn't anything severe, but I guess, you know, people are always going to be overly cautious here in Summer League because these are exhibition games that don't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things. You know, we did see Diawara kind of tweak his ankle. I was fully expecting him to be shut down, but here he is playing after only missing the one game. Diawara was listed out with a finger injury, hand injury, something like that. And so he's not playing the second game in a row here. So, you know, not entirely sure what's going on with Diawara. I guess we could try and look it up real quick if anything comes up. But, yeah, he's not playing again. If there is an injury, I'm sure it's a small injury. At least I hope it's a small injury, so. I could look at Mo Diawara here. Actually, let's go to Ian Begley first. If anything serious has come up, Begley would have reported on it. No, nothing has been reported from Begley, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume it's nothing serious, and he's just maybe been shut down for Summer League already. So it kind of just is what it is, unfortunately, for us. Curtis Painter, what's up, Curtis? Good to see you, champion. Appreciate you, brother. All right, well, we're back in. Tyler Nickel off the inbound. Got it to go with second one of the game. That's what we like to see from Tyler Nickel. Get him up there, brother. Get him up there. And we're back to a 6-point game, 33-28, under 3 to go here in the second. We do see Lendenborg here. He's got 0.3 boards and an assist. He's 0 for 4 from the field. So, and he hasn't been very aggressive. Want to see a more aggressive Lendenborg. Want to see what he can do. Dylan Jones knocks the ball away from him on the handoff action. And it ends up as a turnover. So ball back to the Knicks. Excellent defense on Lendenborg so far. Suns Gen, what's up, Suns Gen? Joseph, what's up, Joseph? And here comes Kyle, hands it off to Nickel, coming to his left, up top to Jones. Dylan Jones coming to his left off a Robbins screen. Robbins rolls. Jones kicks it back out. Aiken over to Nickel. Nickel back to Aiken. Right wing 3, no hesitation. I do like that, but he does throw up an air ball. I like the no hesitation, but I would prefer with it coming with a little more accuracy. At least at the rim, brother. They get it over to Cryer, off the handoff for 3. Got it. They go. Is that his third made 3 already tonight? He's 4 for 6 from the field. He's got 11 points. He's hooping out there. Yeah, he's 3 for 5 from 3. Yeah, his third made 3 already. Dylan Jones to the rim, gets the layup to go, and the foul. Probably was a goaltend as well, but they're going to give it to him. Anyway, the ball went through the basket, so he's going to go to the free throw line for one more. Sadu Barry, what's up, Sadu Barry? Kyrie and James to the Cavs. You bugging, man? Is Kyrie and LeBron going back to the Cavs? We'll see. Suns Jen said the only ones that need to be concerned about Summer League are mid to bad teams. Kind of, yeah. I mean, if you're really banking on a young player developing who's playing out here in Summer League, you really want to see some impressive stuff here in Summer League. Trust me, as a Knicks fan, we've been there. We've been here. Another nice, strong rebound from Robbins, but he can't hold on to it as the ball gets knocked out of his hands. Bring the ball down. You can't bring the ball down, big man. Big man got to get paid. You snag that rebound, you keep it up high, big man. Snag a rebound, you're 7 feet tall. You keep that ball 7 feet in the air. Can't bring that ball down. Ball gets knocked out of his hands. Jones did knock down his A1 free throw, so it's still a 5-point game, 36-31. So we got 1:48 to go here. And the Warriors will inbound it. Robbins did end up fouling the guard who took the ball out of his hands, slapped the ball in his hands. They get it in the number 45, the big man Ike. They hand it off to number 18. Coming to his right off the screen. Cryer in the lane. Pump fake spins. One-legged fall away at the last second. Left it off to Ike. Good contest from Robbins there. Ike had good positioning. A little lefty hook shot. A little lefty push hook shot. Can't get it to go, but good defense from Robbins to contest it well. Jones pulls it back. Has it in the mid-range. Crosses over to his right in the lane and throws it out of bounds. And the ball's going to go back to the Warriors. Dylan Jones doing way too much there. Dribbling it into traffic. Kay Hazy said, sorry, Robbins, we don't need another hug party. They might need another hug party, let's be honest. They don't have a hug party. They might need another hug party, just a big body out there. They might need another big body out there. If they can't find anybody as a third-string center that they can pull in just for now, just for half the season until they can find the right trade that they're likely going to make in the midseason there. As the camera cut back to the inbound, Jourdain has it and he dunks it down. However that turnover occurred, Jourdain gets the steal and a dunk. It's 36-33. We got a one-possession game, and then the Warriors turn it over. Dylan Jones pushing it. Jones swings it out. Nickel. My goodness, Tyler Nickel, confusing my rookies. He was initially running to the rim, and he said, oh, wait, I'm a three-point shooter. Let me backpedal back out the three-point line. Quickly catches it. Dylan Jones was watching him the whole way. He said, wait for him to get to his spot. Wait for him to get to his spot. Deliver it to Tyler Nickel. Backpedaling out to the three-point line, catches it, fires it. Tyler Nickel gets it to go down. We're tied at 36, and now we're getting a little bit of the NBA Summer League action we were waiting for. And we're tied at 36, so we're getting a decent game. Tyler Nickel hooping out there, his third made 3 already. He's going to get an opportunity with the New York Knicks at some point where, a player's getting rest or, hopefully when an injury occurs, because injuries always occur, it's a minor injury. Maybe Josh Hart's just got to, maybe he's got tummy issues, right? Maybe he ate too many Ike and Ikes. I'm just, injuries happen, but I'm hoping for like the most minor of injuries possible, right? And so Josh Hart's got to take some time off and whatnot. And you got a guy like Tyler Nickel in the back who could just kind of come in, right? Maybe Landry Shamet, has a headache one night and he can't go out there. Tyler Nickel, get out there. Show us your best, do your best Landry Shamet impression. So I'm really excited for Tyler Nickel coming into the season and having an impact. At some point, I could definitely see him having his Tyler Kolek kind of moments, right? Kolek was not a part of the regular rotation. When the Knicks were fully healthy, Kolek was not a part of the rotation. But when the Knicks, where somebody was out or somebody was dealing with an injury, Tyler Nickel, I'm already looking forward to it. Tyler Kolek, mixing my Tylers up, would come in and be a part of the rotation and be awesome and be excellent most of the time, even if he was just serviceable and not awesome or excellent. Just being serviceable is good enough. And I could see Tyler Nickel having those kind of moments in this upcoming season. K. Hazy, Nickel knows he's getting that ball always, always. If you're out by the three-point line, Ricky Boo, what's up, Ricky Boo? Appreciate you, brother. Number 55, double Nickel. He's out there hooping, man, dropping threes. That's what he does. Rooks look good. Deuce better be in the gym working. He better be. He better be. He's out there. He's out there at Fanatics Facts, David. You might run into him. You might run into him. Dylan Jones jumps the passing lane and gets the steal. Lendenborg not protecting the ball with his body. Sellers almost turns it over. Robbins almost turns it over, but they're able to protect it. They swing it up top. Dylan Jones straight away. Lendenborg does a good job closing the airspace. Doesn't take the three. They get into the corner to Jourdain. Back out to Jones. Swings through to his right. Jones in the lane leans in and gets swallowed up by Lendenborg there, who comes up with kind of a block, steal, turnover kind of situation, and then a foul is eventually called. No, the turnover. As Lendenborg threw the hit-ahead pass and his teammate stepped out of bounds, so the ball's going to end up going back to the Knicks. Unfortunate turnover there after a really nice defensive play from Lendenborg. And that's a bit of a foul, I'm not going to lie. George Person, what's up, George? Jones gets it in the Robbins. Robbins coming to his right, putting his head down, attacking in the lane, steps through, floater can't get it to go, and they call the offensive foul. And Leon Robbins coming in with the high elbows, going right into the jaw, chest area of Ike there. And that's an offensive foul. It's going to be an offensive foul. K. Hayes said, I have no problem with Drummond. I got my problems with Drummond for sure. But all he needs to be is serviceable, man. All you need to be is serviceable. We got our starting lineup figured out. All you got to be is serviceable, man. Cryer has it up top. He's being guarded by Jourdain here. I do like the defense of Jourdain. Let's see how he handles Cryer. Nice shifty guard. Ooh, pulls it back on him. Gets the wide open step back three. Comes up short, but that's a beautiful move. Battle for the loose ball rebound. Out of bounds off Ike. Good job from Dylan Jones battling for the loose ball rebound there. And we got 7 seconds to go here. This is going to be the end of our first half. Sadu Bear said Dolph Robbins. Dottie is going to come back in for the final possession here. Final 7 seconds. He'll be the inbounder. Normally you'd want to get the ball back into his hands, but they have enough time to inbound it and get the ball back to him. Instead, Dylan Jones will dribble it down. Time winding down. Jones got to go a little quicker. And that's a moving screen on Liam Robbins. Now up to 5 fouls here. Corey Skeets, what's up, Corey? It's a game. It's a game. We're tied at 36. Now, we've been tied at 36 for a while here, but we are indeed tied at 36. That is something that Liam Robbins has struggled with here in Summer League. He set multiple moving screens. But like I said, that is, something that if he does end up with an NBA team, as Cryer throws it at the buzzer, can't get it to go. It was close at the front of the rim. Not a bad opportunity there for Cryer. But with the Liam Robbins moving screen thing, that is something that, like I said, if he does end up with an NBA team, that is something that you can coach up. That is just a technique thing. Teach somebody better technique to not end up with a moving screen. So that's not something I'm too worried about, but it is causing him to have a lot of turnovers and a lot of fouls. He's got 5 turnovers so far here in this first half. Mr. Go, what's up, Mr. Go? I can't believe the Warriors Summer League team is really in a tie game in the Summer League against a trash New York Knicks Summer League team. It's Summer League, brother. There are no good Summer League teams and there are no bad Summer League teams. It's Summer League. It is just, you're going to get ugly games left and right. That's the beauty of Summer League. Trev said, the stuff I heard about Drummond, good, and I hope he delivers those things next season. I mean, Drummond is a really good dude. He's a great person. Everything I've heard about him is he's a very good person. Fun locker room guy, funny guy, stand-up dude. So he'll be well-liked and whatnot, and they'll like playing with him. But, he's older in age. The defense was never good, and it's, as he's gotten older, only gotten worse. So, as far as Andre Drummond goes, again, all I'm looking for him to be is I'm setting a very low bar for Andre Drummond because he's not Mitchell Robinson. My low bar is just to be serviceable. Just be serviceable. Nick Yak said, Robin's physical? Is he? Because I'd wish he'd be more physical on the boards. He's got 6 rebounds, but there are times where he's just not carving out enough space in the paint to to get good positioning. Against NBA big men and NBA rebounders, I just don't like his technique so far. Like, I need more from him. I need more from him. If you're going to be an NBA big man, you got to be big. And I don't think he played. Like, again, he snagged the rebound and he brought the ball down below his waist. Like, brother, get a rebound, keep it high, give the outlet. Don't let a guard, like, that's high school stuff. Don't let a guard take the ball out of your hand. And then again, it's summer league, but when you're 27 years old in summer league, I got to have a little bit of a higher bar for you, right? Especially if you're trying to make a team that just won a championship. Like, I'm sorry, we can't accept scrubs onto the team. So if you're going to be a part of the team, I got to set a higher bar for you. I need you to be better. He's shown significant improvement from the first 2 games to these last 2 games, last game and this game so far, but it hasn't been enough. He just hasn't been good enough. He just flat out hasn't. I did want to check out this game because I did want to look at Caleb Wilson, who's still playing, one of the few top prospects who are playing. Wilson with 21, 1 for 6 from 3 tonight, 8 boards, 8 turnovers, 2 assists. And I say this all the time, if you want to box score watch Summer League, you don't look at the efficiency. We don't care, honestly. As long as it's not completely horrendous, like Alex Sarr, was it last year, 2 years ago? Alex Sarr had a game where he was 0 for 15. Unless it's that, I don't really care what the efficiency is. What the thing I'm looking at when it comes to Summer League box score watching is field goal attempts, 3-point attempts for certain guys, rebounding numbers. That's what I'm looking at. Because the turnovers, I don't care. This is a glorified scrimmage. Coaches are giving directives to certain guys like, hey, I want you to try to be more of a ball handler, even though you're not a ball handler, right? Like, it's part of the reason we saw Diawara struggle because they were asking him to do things that he's not comfortable doing or not good enough at doing at this point in his development in his career. So that's kind of why you saw Diawara struggle and some of the stats not look good and the turnovers be high and whatnot because he's doing things that's out of his comfort zone. That's what you're here in Summer League to do. Step out of your comfort zone and try to do things that you haven't really done in the past. And so when I'm watching the box score, the thing that I do want to see is how aggressive is a guy in terms of either creating a shot for himself or trying to get shots up. Caleb Wilson taking 15 shots here tonight, the most on the team, is good. I like to see that. 8 turnovers, I don't care. I'll disregard the 8 turnovers. I don't care about that. Like, rookies will turn the ball over in the NBA anyway. It doesn't really matter. It's going to happen. 8 rebounds I do like to see. He's battling down there. When he was out there with even with an AJ DeBansta, someone who is his peer, in the same draft class, and even like a Cam Boozer, he is significantly more slender than them. Like, his physical development is behind those guys who are more physically built down, develops a little bit more than Caleb Wilson is right now. And to see him be able to snag, 8 rebounds in a Summer League game against the bigger Lakers Summer League squad is nice to see. It's nice to see. As far as our game here tonight, let's check out our game. Joey DeLuca, what's up, Joey? Nick Yaxel, the band back together to celebrate Brunson Hall last night. The ESPYs, that was fun. And it wasn't just the Brunson thing. I mean, they were as a whole, they were able to celebrate yet again together. They won best team. They won best playoff moment or sports moment or whatever the award was. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I did see some of the highlight stuff. I did see the Anunoby acceptance speech, which was hilarious. He got back into that defensive stance. He just naturally gotta spread the legs out and get a defensive stance. Truly hilarious guy. But yeah, I mean, the Knicks swept again. They swept again. This team is just getting too good at sweeping. Sweeping the playoffs, 15-3, insane, and then going to the ESPYs and sweeping the ESPYs. We love to see it. All right, so let's take a look. First of all, Yaxel Lendenborg, 13 minutes, 0 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Kind of wanted to see him play a little bit more aggressively. He hasn't really done a whole lot here tonight in terms of being aggressive, looking for his own shot. He's just kind of lollygagging out there. Which, whatever. If you're going to do that, brother, just get shut down for the rest of the Summer League. I don't know what to tell you. Or maybe he's just having a bad game and he's got to figure some things out. I don't know. But I just haven't been impressed with his motor so far here tonight. And that's one of the things that I felt like was definitely a thing that led to a lot of his success was his motor. I just haven't been impressed by his motor. But let's take a look at our Knicks. That's what we're here for. Let's take a look at them. Everybody in the starting lineup has scored. Jack Kyle, 1 for 5 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3 for 2 points, 4 boards, 2 assists. Okay, I like it. I like that he's getting shots up. None of them going down so far here tonight. I want to see him maybe get to the free throw line once or twice here. Be aggressive going to the rim. Again, a couple of times in transition here, he threw terrible passes to his teammates that ended up in turnovers. I don't need to see you throw bad passes in transition. If you're going hard to the basket, go hard to the basket. Don't at the last second try to draw that. You're in the NBA now, kid. You know, and that's just the learning process with Kyle. You're in the NBA now. Like, these are the best athletes you're ever going to play against at this high of a level in basketball. So you can't, at the last second, throw a drop-off pass to a teammate. Like, that's going to get punched on a chase down block, or your teammate is going to be put in a bad position where maybe now he's got to dribble back out. Like, you got to put a shot up. And then if you do miss, you got to rely on your teammates to hustle down and maybe get an offensive rebound, right? So that's just a learning process for the young kid and whatnot. Outside of that, I thought he played a really nice floor game. 2 points, 4 boards, 2 assists as a guard. Picking up 4 rebounds is really impressive. Tyler Nickel with the 3 threes. We love to see that. A rebound and an assist for Nickel. And then Diawara, 6 points, 2 for 5 from the field. Want to see him a little bit more aggressive with the ball in his hands. You know, we saw a little bit of that. Want to see more of it from Diawara. I want to see him being uber aggressive. Take the ball, make something happen. Right? You're the third-year guy on this team. That's the thing that has always gotten me with Diawara. I want to see the aggressiveness. I want to see the FU mentality. Give me the ball. Let me make something happen. You know, I want to see that from him. I've seen Diawara have that mentality when he's out there with like Brunson and Towns and Anunoby. I've seen him be like, oh, let me cook real quick, one-on-one. I've seen him do that. I don't know if Diawara has that in him, and that's what I want to see developed from Diawara here in Summer League, and that's why I keep harping on his shot attempts and seeing him get downhill, go to the rim, not just settling for jump shots. He is 0 for 1 from 3, and that jump shot does have to go down at some point. The third guy I was most impressed with was Liam Robbins, 5 points. He did knock down a nice 3. We love to see that. 6 boards, 2 assists, 4 turnovers. I'm going to disregard with the moving screen stuff. That's whatever. Summer League nonsense, so I don't care about that. Does have 3 blocks, which is nice. Doing a good job, being big around the basket, protecting the rim as best as he can. Here in Summer League is the Knicks immediately turn it over off the inbounds. Dylan Jones, a bad pass, but Jack Kyle not doing a good enough job of making himself available. And now the Warriors have it up top. And here we go. Here we go. Cryer gets it to Ike in the post, being guarded by Jones. Backing him down. They show a double team. They get it inside on the backdoor cut. Layup got it to go from Jones for the Warriors. Isaiah Jones, that's who it is. AP, appreciate you, brother. If you guys enjoying the show, hit the thumbs up button. Appreciate you, brother. Mr. Go with the Mr. Go. Lendenborg has 0 points so far in this game. Pathetic. I mean, it's Summer League, but I have not seen him be as aggressive as I've seen him be in other games. As Liam Robbins misses the pick and pop 3. Good move, good action, good shot. Just didn't go down there. Isaac Jones now has it, driving it down on Kyle. Gets the contact, knocks down the lefty floater, and he'll go to the free throw line for one more there. D. Grant, what's up, D. Grant? How you doing? I don't know, but Diawara gives me Kevin Knox vibes. Hate to say that because I deemed Diawara as a Tyler Nickel type perimeter shooter. Yeah, I see some of Kevin Knox in Diawara in the same sense that when it came to Kevin Knox, the thing that always kind of irked me was like, where's your aggressiveness? Where is your fight back? Where is your moment where maybe a guy's being overly aggressive with you? Push back, fight back, throw an elbow. You know, push a guy, pick up an offensive foul in that way. And he never saw that kind of, like, he just kind of wilted against the physicality and the pressure. And you're seeing a little bit of that with Diawara as well as he continues to develop here in the NBA. And that's, you know, going into year 3 here, like, we don't have a lot of time. Like, he doesn't have a lot of time, and we don't have a lot of time as the contract's going to expire. And if you're not showing the Knicks something, they're going to have to move on at some point because you got guys coming up that they're going to be looking to develop. The Knicks ended up turning it over, and the ball is going to go back to the Warriors. Trying to kick it back out. 2 players running to the same spot, and that's just a Summer League turnover right there. AP said, that's how much short-lived. Why are the Knicks Summer League team always the worst? Because they just won a championship. Because they just won a championship. That's why the Summer League team is the worst. Unless you're going to get, who are you going to get down in Summer League, brother? Who are the young guys you're going to put on your Summer League team? Lefty hook shot from Ike there. Ike. I think I'm just going to call him Ike for now. Graham Ike. Robbins has it in the paint. Drop step, lefty flip shot. Can't get it to go. On offensive rebound put back. Got it to go. They did knock down the and one free throw from Jones. And then Ike got that push shot So that is 43 to 38. A step back three for Cryer, rattles it in. And we got 38 to 46 here, 8 minutes to go. Now here comes Jack Kyle bringing it down. Kyle coming to his right, off a Robin screen. Pump fakes, fly by defense, puts up the three, comes up well short. Those threes for Jack Kyle coming up well short here. And then the hit ahead, Leon's beating Kyle down the court. The young man not getting back on defense. Quick timeout. You love to see the quick timeout there. Jack Kyle, the young man's going to have to learn. Got to get back on defense. And it comes right back. Maybe not a timeout. Either way. Comes right back to what I was talking about at halftime. Gonna have to get used to that physicality and that speed and that athleticism here in the NBA, right? That kind of effort and that kind of pace as Kyle gets to the rim, got the layup to go. Nice aggressive move from Kyle there. That time getting downhill, getting to the scoop layup. That kind of effort and pace might work in the German league. That ain't gonna work here, even in summer league, let alone the NBA. And that's just a learning curve kind of thing. Chaos Kid, what's up, Chaos Kid? Can't wait to play Indiana. I can't wait for the regular season to start. I really can't wait. I can't wait. Nick Yaxel, when I hear we should bring back Sohan to be the third center, I will drool to have Robbins. Our team is small enough. It's not. I mean, they literally just beat 7'6". As Dadier knocks down a three, there you go, Paco and Dadier, the jump shot coming around. They just beat a 7'6" starting center. Who is considered the best player in the world with a backcourt of Jalen Brunson and Jose Alvarado. So miss me with the whole size matters at this point in the NBA, the way the league is played, Yak. We've talked about this before. They could play Sohan at center as a small ball third string big. As Jack Cryer responds with 3 of his own. All of that size criticism completely can be disregarded literally by going back and rewatching the NBA Finals. Jack Kyle bringing it down, steps back, kicks it out to Robbins. Robbins will throw up a 3. Can't respond with a 3 of his own. And Ike with the rebound. Gets it out to Isaac Jones, and Isaac Jones will bring it down. Jones up top, in and out dribble, pulls it back, puts up the 3, feeling it. Comes up well short, rebound. Koreans off the hands of Dadier, and Robbins able to chase it down. Good effort and hustle from Robbins there, and he gets it out to Isaac Jones. Isaac Jones, in and out dribble, putting his head down. Stop, turns, spins, kicks it out to Dadier. Dadier on the left wing. Dadier coming to his right. He's going to dance with it now. I like to see this. Dadier dance with it. Coming to his left. Hop step down the lane. Tries to throw a wild cross-court pass. Gets knocked out of bounds by Lendenborg. I think Dadier got lucky that pass got knocked out of bounds. Because that was a wild pass from Dadier he tried to attempt to throw there. AP said, I hope they can defend the three-point shot better next year. None of this even matters, AP, because they won the championship. I hope they defended the exact same way, AP. You know why? Because they won a championship defending it that way. Kyle will sub out here. They do put in Akins and Jourdain, who gets the inbound. They get it out to Akins. Akins coming to his left off the screen, head down, pulls it back, pulls it in. Scoop layup with the right hand. Impressive move from Akins. Nice ball handling. Got to the rim, took the contact, got the layup to go. 51 to 45, 6 minutes to go here. Warriors pushing the pace down the lane. They swing it around. Extra pass. Lendenborg a 3 as he remains scoreless, missing that 3 there. Good boxing out. Never mind. Not good boxing out. They call the foul, and Nickel trying to box out his opponent. AB said a new season last year is now over. Yeah, and everything they did last year worked to win a championship. So, you know, I hope they do the exact same thing and they'll win the championship yet again next year. Brandon Vasquez, what's up, Brandon? Appreciate you, brother. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you for that. Chaos Kid said Jokic for Brunson. I wouldn't trade Brunson for prime Michael Jordan, brother. Jalen Brunson's our guy, for better or for worse. He's delivered a championship. Broke a 53-year curse. I don't even have this up for you guys. But Lendenborg so far, 0 for 5 from the field, 4 boards, 2 assists. Not a whole lot going on for Lendenborg so far here tonight. Has not been impressed so far with the Yaxel Lendenborg. I've seen his first game in which he played against his former teammate, Morris Johnson, against the Mavs. And that was a really fun, impressive game from both of the young men so far here tonight. It might just be a Vegas thing where it starts to tax you a little bit. But I've also, again, haven't really seen the motor and aggressiveness from him to make plays. So, it's also, again, you never really know what the directives are from coaches in terms of like maybe they're asking Lendenborg to play a specific role, trying to mimic a little bit of maybe how he'll play with the Warriors squad, because of course the ball's not going to be in his hands and no offense is going to be run for him, as you have Steph Curry and maybe a returning Jimmy Butler at some point. I don't know. But you have Porzingis out there, and you got some other pieces, obviously, that the offense will run through. So Lendenborg's going to have to fit in where he can get in that way. D-Raz said, correction, last year is not over. Last year continues. There you go. Mike Sleeva said, I still can't believe they won. I've been watching them for 38 years. Yeah. Here we go. We're back into it. Number 36 gets fouled by Dylan Jones. Nope, gets fouled by Akins. Number 36, that is Smith there for the Warriors here. AB said, tomorrow I receive my physical copies of the New York Knicks playoff run. 16 all wins DVD. They still make them. Really? I'll leave them to you in my will. Appreciate you, AP. But I might have to go out and get those myself, too. Might have to get me a copy myself. Dylan Jones down the lane gets blocked at the rim by Lendenborg. You're seeing the defensive versatility from him. I like his defense so far here tonight. That's his second or third block or steal, or however they're classifying some of these deflections he's gotten. Been impressive defensively. Want to see more from him offensively, though. They swing it out. Jones pump fakes, coming to his left. One-legged fall away. Good contest from Jourdain. Dylan Jones skies for the rebound. He's bringing it down the other way. Gets it out to Jourdain. Jourdain directing traffic. Hits nickel cutting back door. Swings it in the corner. Extra pass. Diawara pass fake down the lane in the paint. Hangs in the air. Gets blocked by the big man for the Warriors. Diawara not going to the rim strong and aggressive enough. Again, that issue that I have with him so far. It's not strong and aggressive enough going to the rim in year 3. You got to be more strong. Like in that scenario, I wanted to see Diawara go to the rim and look like I want to get a dunk here, right? And he's just going to the rim meekly, looking for contact, takes a little bit of a hit, and then flails out of bounds as Diawara misses the left corner 3. For all the nice things I've seen from Diawara so far in Summer League, I have not seen the aggression going to the rim that I wanted to see in year 3 here. Jourdain gets a nice lefty block shot, and the Knicks are pushing the other way. It's 53-45, 4:30 to go here in the lane of Diawara. He's going to dribble it back out. They get it up top to Jones. They swing it over to Akins. Akins going to pull it back out. He's going to dance with it. Get it back up top to Jones. Swings it over to Diawara. Diawara will put up the 3, no hesitation. He'll miss a 3 with no hesitation. Now here come the Warriors pushing the other way. Number 36 down in the lane. Smith, lefty layup. Can't get it to go, but a late foul is called. That'll send Smith to the free throw line for 1 free throw for 2 points. D. Grant said, why is Diawara not playing? We didn't really get an explanation on that. He might just be shut down for Summer League here. I don't know. I think there's only one other game remaining here for the Knicks. And when that happens, guess what? This is coming down. When that happens, the green screen will make its way down, and we'll adjust the set. Maybe the green screen will stay up in the way that it is, but we will adjust the set. I'll figure it out. I've been thinking about things in the way I want to portray things. I've also been thinking about we might want to try and cover a little bit of football going in the next year, so be prepared for that. Don't be too surprised if you see me pop up in week 1 with a little bit of Jets and Giants coverage, just because we want to try a little bit something else, get something going out there in September, of course. Right? Going into October. And then, of course, we'll switch over to our NBA coverage when basketball season starts, because that's our bread and butter. Down the lane, they swing it out. Akins a 3. Got it to go for Akins. Nice, impressive minutes for Akins so far here tonight. Brandon Vasquez, what's up, Brandon? 3 for 5 for 25 times. Just need Grizzlies and Raptors. Rooting for you, Brandon. I'm rooting for you, brother. Rudy Pooty, what's up, Rudy? Appreciate you, champion. Appreciate you. 1,000 Swords, what's up, 1,000 Swords? Why can't the Knicks beat the Warriors second time playing them? Just can't get it. I mean, this is their first time playing them in the Summer League, and it's Summer League, brother. It's Summer League. So, They get it over to Ike. Ike hands it off to the guard, and a foul is called. Number 55 was the ball handler. That is number 55, McMillan. That's right, McMillan. And they're in the bonus, so that's free throws for McMillan. We got 3:30 to go here. 6, what's up, 6? What to bet? That's up to you, brother. That's your money. I would never tell you how to spend your money. AP said, Classic Sports Revisited is, you can find and order them. Appreciate you, AP. Classic Sports Revisited. Got you. Vizigo said, Yaxel Lendenborg has been horrible so far in the game today for the Warriors Summer League. 0 points for him. The defense has been good from him. I think the defense has been really impressed from him. Really versatile defensively. Akins down the lane, knocks down Banks in a floater. Akins has been a huge offensive propelling force for them so far here tonight. 55-50, 3:15 to go. But yeah, Yaxel Lendenborg, I mean, again, it's Summer League. You know, you're going to have good games, you're going to have bad games, you're going to have awesome games, you're going to have horrible games. Jordan knocks a rebound loose, hit ahead to Jack Kyle. Show me something this time, Kyle. Crosses over in the lane, swings it out. Sellers, left corner three. Got it to go. Another assist for Jack Kyle. A three for Isaiah Sellers. Nice movement, nice transition, good decision from Kyle there. Good running from Sellers to get to that corner. Good job knocking down the shot, of course, as well. They swing it in the corner to Leones. Leones back up top to Smith here. Smith will drive it down. Ball knocked out of his hands by Jordan. And again, some nice, really good hands from Jordan there. But Smith able to recover it inside a floater as the shot clock expires. Rushed it, can't get the finish. Loose ball. Ike picks up the rebound and draws the foul there. Good effort and hustle from the big man Ike over on the Warriors side there. He's got 13 points, 4 boards, 3 assists. He's going to the free throw line for 1 free throw for 2 points here. 1,000 Source said, I Googled the score and said they have played them before. I think it was 2022 then. You probably read something off of the automatic AI thing, and AI is never correct. So don't Google it, brother. Literally just go to ESPN.com and look at the scores. It is not a difficult thing to do, brother. Just go to the website. Go to the website itself. Eric Villanueva, what's up, Eric? Do you think the Knicks win? I always think the Knicks are going to win. The Knicks could be down 1,000,000 points. I think the Knicks are going to win. So, yes, I do think the Knicks will win. AB said Mike Brown and Steve Kerr not even looking. It's Summer League. It's Summer League. None of it matters. It's just about getting guys reps, getting them a little bit more comfortable in a simplified version of the offense, and again, evaluating what they can do in things that aren't necessarily the role they're going to be, and trying to expand their games, right? So they don't need to watch because, you know, anything that Lendenborg does here in Summer League is not what he's going to be doing with the big Warriors team. You know, there's no Steph Curry out there to replicate how Lendenborg is going to play alongside Steph Curry. You know, there's no Draymond Green out there to replicate how Lendenborg is going to play alongside him. And similarly for the Knicks guys, right? It's just about reps. Carlos RM, what's up, Carlos? Appreciate you, brother. Hope you're having a good time tonight. Thank you for your subscription, man. D. Grant said, I'm a super Giants fan. I wish Jackson Dart would not run too much. We'll see if he learned any lessons going into next year. We'll see. We'll see. Sons Jensen, or go to the NBA site because ESPN or drinks. That's also another very good option. Just go to a website and look up the information. Don't rely on Google anymore. Google has been paid off. I mean, they were paid off years ago, decades ago at this point, but yeah. Don't rely on just Googling something, brother. That's not research. That's not proper information. Nick Yak said, covering Jets and Giants is covering just a little football. Got to cover the Cowboys? I'm good on maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But I think to start, yeah, you know how it is, right? When we first started, we did some Knicks games. And then we were doing every Knicks game. And then we were doing Knicks games and some other NBA teams. And then we were doing games every night and covering as many NBA teams as possible. So we'll see what happens with the football coverage. Again, NBA is my bread and butter. If we do cover football, it's going to be as a casual. And it's going to be a learning experience for both you and I. As you guys definitely know way more about football than I do. As Akins, beautiful ball handling, got to the rim yet again. Another lefty scoop. Kid has shown some things, man. Kid has shown some things for sure. It's 57-55. Ike did knock down that free throw to give him the 2 points after the timeout. And now here come the Warriors pushing the other way. Leones has it out of the corner. He slips and falls, but they do call the foul on Kyle on the little trip there. They got tied up. You know, at some point, Yak, maybe we'll cover what we feel is the best game of the day. Like, if we're covering football, like, if the Cowboys play on a Monday and maybe the Jets and the Giants play on a Sunday, maybe we'll cover the Cowboys game on a Monday. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. And again, I'm not a very knowledgeable football fan at all. I'm a super casual. So it's just, we're going to dip our toe in the water. We're going to see how it goes for us. We're going to have some fun with it. It's just going to keep us entertained, keep us hanging around each other until the basketball season starts, honestly. And then we can go from there, right? Aikens down the lane in the paint, scoop lay with the right hand, can't get it to go. Battle for the loose ball, rebound picked up by the Warriors. Aikens doing a good job getting to the rim. Missed the shot that time, and it allows the Warriors to get out and run here. Leones gets tied up, and Okani able to cause the jump ball. Leone's here tonight, 9 points, 3 rebounds. We'll never forget his performance against the New York Knicks last season. The champion Knicks. And then a guy like Leones comes out and has an excellent game on national TV in Madison Square Garden. It was disgusting. It was horrible. Horrible stretch for the Knicks. Jordan with the rebound off of the missed 3 for the Warriors. And now Aikens has it up top. Leaves it off for Jordan. Jordan trying to get it back to Aikens. Aikens cuts through, and they get it out to Kyle. Jack Kyle up top. He's going to dance around the screen. They lob it over the top to Jordan. Has it in the paint. Gets fouled. He's going to the free throw line for 1 free throw for 2 points. And we got 1:18 to go here in this third quarter before we get to the fourth. At least we got a close game. Back and forth it goes. Warriors holding on to a 4-point lead. Jordan will be at the free throw line for 1 free throw for 2 points here. So the Knicks actually play tomorrow at 8:30. I actually don't think I'm going to be able to do that game. That's unfortunate. Because I do have tickets to go see the Odyssey. I will be in the theater watching the Odyssey tomorrow. Gotta go see it. Jordan misses the free throw. Crosses over in the lane, double clutch. Gets fouled by Sellers at number 19 for the Warriors. Boyd will go to the free throw line here. 1 free throw, 2 points. So as much as I'd love to cover the game tomorrow, that's unfortunate for me. I did not look ahead, but I'm not going to lie. Odyssey tickets, with the way they're selling out, more important than the Knicks final Summer League game. I'm not going to lie. Sorry, but Jack Kyle has it up top. Almost throws it away. Jordan has it up top. Hands it off to Kyle. Kyle swings through to his right, throws it out to Okani. Swings through to his right as well. Inside pass to Jordan. Pump fake goes up, misses the layup, but gets fouled. It's going to the free throw line yet again. Missed the previous free throw. Let's see if he knocks this one down. Yaxel, I'm just breaking Giants fan nuts. There you go. There you go. I mean, I'm neither. I'm neither a Giants or Jets fan, but I do know my audience, right? This is a mostly New York audience, so I'll prioritize covering some Jets and some Giants, but we'll also cover some other teams. Thurston said, how about a play-by-play from the movie instead then? I wish. I wish we could just sit down and watch movies together. Trust me, brother, I wish. I'd love to show you guys some of my favorite old-time movies. I'd love to be the pretentious, I went to film school nerd that I am. Talk about La Haine and Eraserhead, which is not that big of a, people know about Eraserhead, but to watch it with people would be insane. The Warriors knocked down a floater, and we got 30 seconds to go here before the end of the quarter. They hand it off to Kyle, who struggled mightily here tonight. Jack Kyle down the lane, picks up his handle, kicks out to Sellers, jab step coming to his left. Mid-range jumper from him, comes up short, battle for the rebound, picked up by Ike, and now here comes number 19, Smith. Number 19 is 18. 19 is Boyd. So Boyd will bring it down. He's going to hold it for the final shot of the quarter. So Boyd dancing with it against Kyle. Coming to his left, down the lane. Throws kind of a lob pass up to Ike. Can't get the dunk to go down. Doesn't catch it cleanly. Look at the Knicks. Got a hand in there, but the loose ball does end up with the Warriors. Hit ahead to nickel. Half-court heave. And he was off balance. Throws it over the backboard. Hits the shot clock. And that's going to be the end of our third quarter right there. We got 10 more minutes of basketball here left in Summer League before we're probably done here in Summer League. Again, not going to be able to cover the Knicks game tomorrow, as I will be at the theater watching the Odyssey. And I do believe that is the last Knicks game. Unless there's one more. Maybe they do add one more at the end there. We'll see. But I doubt it with the way this Summer League team has performed. I don't think they are trying to watch the Summer League team play anymore. I think they've taken away what they need to take away from the Summer League team. 1,000 source innings getting blown out now. It's an 8-point ball game. It's an 8-point ball game. It is 57-65. Maybe said, is there another game? There is another game tomorrow. It is an 8 o'clock game, 8:30 game. We can check real quick here together. We end the third quarter. We got the fourth quarter remaining. Jason said, came to check in on my guy Jeff. Appreciate you, Jason. Hope all is well. How's Mo D doing tonight? Mo Diawara has not played the last 2 games, unfortunately. So I think he's been shut down for Summer League. They did rule him out in the previous game with a little minor hand injury. So I think they, as a precautionary thing, they're just going to shut him down. So the Knicks are scheduled to play 8:30 tomorrow. Now, my movie time is at 6. It's a 3-hour movie, so I'm not going to be out of the theater until 9. Probably not going to be home until 9:30, 10 o'clock-ish. So, not going to be able to cover this game no matter how much I rush back to possibly do it, unfortunately. So I apologize for that. Should have looked better at that. But again, these Odyssey tickets are hard to come by, y'all. They are hard to come by. So had to take advantage when there was an opportunity to get some. I really wanted to go watch it in the IMAX in New York. One of the few theaters that is the full 70mm IMAX. But that is sold out for the next 3 weeks. I checked every single time, even the 2 a.m. ones. I was like, I'll go, late at night, go hang out in New York for the day, and then go late at night to watch it at 2 a.m., get out of there at 5, get back home by, 8 a.m. in the morning, and then go about my day. I would do that. But, even those are all sold out. So, unless you want to sit literally at the in front of the screen, which honestly I would, but I just can't convince anybody else to come alongside with me. So, I'm going to watch it in the regular IMAX, unfortunately. Start of the fourth quarter. Warriors come out and knock down a 3. So, there's the double-digit lead for the Warriors here, 68-57. 9:40 to go. Just the start of our final fourth quarter here. The Knicks come out with Dottie is back out there. I don't have this up for you guys. My apologies. We got Lendenborg, Jones, Cryer, Money as a mid-range pull-up jumper for... Got it to go? Are they going to count it? I don't know if they're going to count it or not, but... we got fouled there. AP with a very generous super chat. Appreciate you, AP. He said, Pacom is the kid who keeps left back in school. I mean, I think that's a little unfair, but at the same time, it's his 3rd year here in Summer League, and you want to see him being more aggressive than what he's shown so far here, and we just haven't really seen that. I have been impressed with his cutting. I want to see him shoot it better. I want to see him move out on the perimeter better in terms of getting himself open from 3, and I want to see him attack the basket better, but not getting that so far. So I may think maybe that's a little harsh from AP. He's not, there's credence to what he's saying. It's not an unfair thing, even if maybe I feel like I wouldn't go that far, but not an unfair criticism, not an unfair sort of examination of how Dottie has played so far. So we do knock down the free throw. Ware, who got fouled going to the rim, rolling to the rim, gets fouled. Knock down the free throw for the 2 points, and we are at 9 minutes to go. Down the lane, Isaac Jones for the Warriors throws up the floater, can't get it to go. Nickel battling on the boards, able to snag the rebound with the one hand, gets it out to Aiken, and Aiken pushing the other way. Aiken up top, crosses over to his right, down the lane, double clutch floater, can't get it to go. A little bit of a selfish shot, could probably have kicked that over to the corner to Dylan Jones and kind of set something up and get the defense in motion. But he's feeling it today. A 3 on the left wing. Got it to go down for number 40. That's Money. That is Money for the Golden State Warriors there. And just like that, back up by double figures they go. Up by 12 now off the made 3. 71-59. Aiken has it up top, being guarded. Swings it over to Jones. Swings it over to Dottie. He'll take the baseline. He'll take a bump. He'll get caught in the air. He'll kick it out to Aiken. Aiken for the 3. Got it to go for Aiken. Jay Chase, what's up, Jay Chase? Aiken with 16 points here tonight. Jade and Aikens. Said, so you're just trolling with the stats from the champs? With the stats from the champs? I don't know what that means, brother. And another 3 for the Warriors. Got it to go down. That one is from McMillan, number 55. 74-62. Now we're just trading 3s. AP with another very generous super chat. Dottie trying to respond. Comes up well short on the 3 there. Fight for the loose ball, picked up by the Warriors. They're out and running, hit ahead to Lendenborg. Euros down the lane, gets chased down, blocked by Dottie. And then McMillan picks up the loose ball, ends up getting fouled, going to the free throw line. But they're keeping Yaxel Lendenborg scoreless. He's now 0 for 6 from the field. 5 boards, 4 assists. Filling up the stat sheet in every other way except for putting the ball in the basket. AP said Jalen Brunson back on WWE Saturday. We did see him at Fanatics Fest meeting up with all kinds of wrestlers. We know he's big in the wrestling. I'm not big in the wrestling, but I do appreciate WWE wrestling and AEW and all the stuff that goes into that performance. Obviously liked it as a kid. Do appreciate now as an adult, even if I don't necessarily watch it on a week-to-week basis. I do kind of keep up with what's going on for the most part over there. The Warriors knocked down that free throw, 76-62, 7:40 to go here in this fourth quarter. As the Warriors are just building up their lead, and then Dylan Jones, Robbins miscommunicate, Jones throws it away. They throw the lob up top to Isaac Jones, and he gets the dunk to go down, and a timeout from the Knicks. Is coaching staff maybe a little annoyed with the miscommunication there. Just going to give the guys a quick breather. So far, Liam Robbins, 7 points, 8 boards, 2 assists. Diawara, 9 points on 3 for 10 shooting. Nickel, 9 points. Dylan Jones, 5. Jaden Akins, 16 points. Not getting good performances from Jack Kyle or Dylan Jones. Jaden Akins is shooting it very well, but not really getting his teammates involved, which, you know, Summer League guys are going to try and go out there and show they got an offensive bag to them, and Jaden Akins is definitely doing that so far here tonight. But outside of that, like Liam Robbins, solid first half, even maybe good first half, has been extremely quiet in the second half so far. Same with Diawara, extremely quiet. Tyler Nickel knocked down 3 threes in the first half, hasn't hit one since. And then Dylan Jones has been really quiet here tonight. He does have 7 nice strong rebounds, which is good to see. But at the same time, again, like Paco Diawara, going into your third season, expected a little bit more. Expected a little bit more of competent play here from Dylan Jones, and we just haven't really gotten that. Kay Hazy said Jones has been horrible. Bring back Beauchamp. Bring back Marjon Beauchamp. Yeah, I mean, look, it's Summer League. You know, when you win an NBA championship, it's because you have a deep roster of guys who the Knicks obviously wanted to bring back in full force, right? So they don't have young guys to really send. They had Elvin Villamore with a very generous super chat. Didn't even put anything in the super chat, just wanted to show support. Appreciate you, Elvin Villamore. Thank you for your generosity. My goodness. Nate Yak said Pacom can pass. Pacom can pass. He's got decent vision. My problem with Pacom's passing yak, especially when he's driving to the rim, is that if you watch him, he jumps every time, right? And so if he doesn't have that passing angle or he can't throw a strong pass, that's getting picked off in the NBA. Like it's gone through a couple of times here in Summer League. He's turned it over a number of times on passes like that he's attempted. But those passes are not getting through in a regular season in the NBA against NBA level defenses. You know, so he has the vision for it, but he needs to just be stronger, honestly. Akins misses the 3. Diawara, the offensive rebound. Good hustle and movement from him. Nickel swings it over to Kyle. Jack Kyle back in. Jab step 3 on the right wing. He's been off all night. Continues to be off there. Jay Chase said the top left corner of your screen is the season stats from last year. Yes. Well, we haven't played next year yet. So these are the season stats from last year that we tracked and covered ourselves. You know, we update them as the NBA regular season goes on. With the season over, these were the stats from last year, brother. They will be updated going into next season. New player graphics will be made. New information will be added. AP said, been confirmed. He's going to Saturday main event. Yeah, I saw that with Roman Reigns. Yeah, we acknowledge the tribal chief over here. Alvin Villamore said, let's go, Knicks. Please continue with your passion. Looking forward to next season. I'm looking forward to next season as well, Alvin. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for your support. Liam Robbins has it. Akins down low. Robbins rolling to the rim. Got hung on the rim a little bit with his own dunk, but he gets the dunk to go down nonetheless. It is 78-64, 6:30 to go here. Money pump fakes. Robbins goes for it. Euros down the lane. Gets fouled by Aiken. And Money will go to the free throw line. D. Grant said, what do you think of Liam Robbins? I do not think he is a traditional center, more of a perimeter type of shooter. Yeah, I think he wants to be more out on the perimeter. I think he's more comfortable out on the perimeter. Again, the thing I've been harping on and keeping an eye on with him is how he battles down low and how he carves out space for rebounding. How is he rebounding overall? First 2 games, not good at all. Did not like it at all. Last game, huge improvement. Thought he mastered physicality in the paint and was much better battling in the paint, especially just for positioning or, battling for rebounds and whatnot. Tonight, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. I think he's done a good job battling for the most part, and then occasionally, every now and again, I see him floating or huffing and puffing and a little slow moving around out there. I just want to see him be more aggressive under the rim, because if you're going to be a center for the New York Knicks, which, he's not going to be, but if you are going to be a center for the New York Knicks, you got to battle down low for these offensive rebounds, man. It is a huge part of how they want their big men to play. Nate guy said, Pacom just had an assist and a block. Second half just started. It's 6:05 in the fourth, brother. We're almost done with the game. So the officials are going to go to the monitor here. There was a big collision under the rim. I believe the foul was the Warriors fouled Robbins under the basket. See a replay on it. Yeah, it's a shove from Robbins. I mean, a shove from Money on Robbins. The Warriors' big man. Kind of didn't lower the shoulder, but definitely shoulder blocked Robbins there. That is probably going to be upgraded to a flagrant there. Not much of a basketball play. He's not trying to get into position or anything. Michael, you said move over a little bit. I got you, brother. I got you. Again, we will be updating our setup for next year so that the player stats are, if ever, very seldomly I will be in the way of, right? We'll update it next year. So we'll figure out how we want this. Maybe I will be in here, and then maybe this information will be here. I don't know. We got a couple of months to figure it out. Keenahar, what's up, Keenahar? Score, wins, losses don't matter. No. How did Diawara, Kyle, and Tyler, what's his name look? Tyler Nickel? They look solid. It is a flagrant foul one, so the Knicks will have a free throw and they get the ball back. Diawara has been ruled out the last two games, so we haven't seen him. And did not play well in Summer League here, but I don't really care, honestly. It's unfortunate and it sucks, don't get me wrong, but I saw him play really well in the NBA last year, so I'm not too concerned about his poor play here in Summer League. It's not a big deal to me at all, if any deal. Jack Kyle has had very impressive moments. Not his best game here tonight. He is 2 for 8 from the field, 4 points, 4 boards, 4 assists for Jack Kyle. Nothing outstanding from him. He's gotten a good open looks, just hasn't knocked him down. Hasn't been his shooting night here tonight. It doesn't look like the Knicks are even going to be able to keep him on the team, even if they wanted to. So probably doesn't even really matter how he performs. He's probably going to end up having to go back to Germany for another season. And then Tyler Nickel, he's knocked down 3 threes in the first half. He hasn't taken a shot in the second half so far here tonight. So it's kind of just been a mixed bag from Tyler Nickel as well. But we are winding down Summer League. So we've kind of already seen what we wanted to see from these guys for the most part. So nothing else we watch from them is going to be too surprising. They get it into Dadier. He's going to put up the straightaway 3 of the inbound. He's going to come up short again. Liam Robbins digging down low, trying to battle for that rebound, but he can't snag it. And now here come the Warriors bringing it down as we approach the halfway point. Number 19, Boyd swings it out. Extra pass, Money will put up another 3. Misses that one. Long rebound to Leones. And they swing it back out up top to Boyd. Being guarded by Jack Kyle. Coming to his left, sneaking it back to his right. Driving it down in the lane. Ball knocked out of his hands. He picks it back up. Picks up his handle. Swings it out. A 3 from Isaac Jones. Can't get it to go down. Battle for the rebound. Robbins able to snag it. And they get it out to Jack Kyle. Kyle down the lane. Kicks it out. Tyler Nickel an open corner 3. Can't get that one to go. Battle for the rebound. Jack Kyle battling for it. Able to snag it. Inside. Pass to Robbins for the 2-handed slam. Jack Kyle with the hustle. Keeping that ball alive. The Knicks did knock down that free throw previously, by the way. So it's 80-68. We're approaching the halfway point of 5 minutes here. And it is a 12-point ball game. 80-68. Like I said, Cryer has it up top, coming to his left off the screen, throws the bullet pass over to Boyd, right corner three, can't get it to go. Tyler Nickel the rebound. He's pushing the ball down the other way. Quick hit ahead to Dadier. Dadier Euroed down the lane, out to Kaio, did not want to put up the three. Shot has not been there for him. Over to Dadier, back to Akins. Akins dancing with it. He's had the touch here tonight. Mid-range pull-up jumper, got it to go for Jaden Akins. And it's 80-70. It's a 10-point ball game. Suns Gen said, one thing I'd appreciate this season is if the Knicks would please try to beat the LA teams, please. We're going to try our best, brother. It just never really works out for us East teams going out there into the West. Ooh, Robbins with a nice block. But they call a foul. I don't know about that foul. It's a nice block from Robbins. He's a little late. Could have turned on a little earlier, but he did get the nice block. I think that's a clean block, but that's just me. That's just me. I like that. I like that rim protection from Robbins there. It's clean to me. He got ball up top. He goes straight up. 19 Boyd is the one who comes in the Robbins. I don't know. That's clean to me. Are we going to get a challenge? We're going to get a challenge, baby. Challenge it up. Yeah, challenge it up. I like it. I like it. We have 4:20 to go here. Ooh, my bad. Kenner said, that's what I want to see from Kyle. Yeah, he's shown some nice things today. The only thing that just hasn't really been there from him is the jump shot has been off. He hasn't hit a jump shot at all here today. The 2 shots he made were layups at the rim. So he's 0 for 6 on jump shots here tonight. Which would help his stat line look better, obviously. But 5 boards, 4 assists is nothing to sneeze at. Those are nice numbers, for the young German guard. And then Tyler Nickel, like I said, has hit 3 threes tonight. That's nice. Want to see him hit another one. He's only taken 1 shot so far in the second half. We got 4:20 to go in the fourth. Keenan Harris said, Akins, I forgot about him. Yeah, he only played the first Summer League game, didn't play the next due, and then is back here tonight. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was an injury or what. They just wanted to look at other guys. I don't know, but he's back tonight. He's got 18 points. He's kind of carried them offensively here today. Nobody else has really had it going. Dadier with only 9. Like I said, Kyle with 4 and Nickel with only 9. Robbins with 13, though, so he's their second leading scorer. Nice game from him. Corey Skeet said, look at the Hawks-Grizzlies score. Uh-oh. This is either going to be like 120 to 120 or like 40 to 40. Orville Sweeney, what's up, Orville? Oh my goodness, 30 to 2? What is with... Oh, you can't see it. My bad. What is with Atlanta getting ran out of the gym in the first... They scored 2 points in the first quarter. That's hilarious. Tell me they sat Kingston Flemings. Tell me Kingston Flemings isn't out there. Kingston Flemings is not out there. Okay, look, the only guy out there really... He was a deep second-round pick. That's Henry Vassar. There's no Zuby Ejiofor, no Kingston Flemings. So, okay. I didn't think they were ever going to get a bucket. I wish they wouldn't have scored at all in that first quarter. That would have been hilarious. Who scored? Off the bench. Cameron Corhin. Okay. Kobe Knox can get a bucket? You named Kobe, brother. You got to go get a bucket. Akins down the lane, takes the bump, layup, can't get it to go, knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay here. With, by the way, successful challenge. The Memphis Grizzlies are up by 30 points. Listen, it could always be worse. The Knicks Summer League team could be the Hawks. They could be the Hawks. And again, they're sitting most of their draft picks. The only draft pick playing is Henry Vassar now, but he's a big man. Not really going to get you any buckets himself. And he was a deep second-round pick, so. Dadier gets it up top to Jourdain, out to Kyle, Jack Kyle. Dribbles into a pull-up 3, and he's going to come up short. All these shots coming up short for the Knicks. Signs of tired legs and whatnot, so there's that. Knicks forced a turnover. Akins has it up top. Akins, bullet pass. Tried to throw the bullet pass over to Nickel. The pass is off the mark. Akins can go get you a bucket. Not much of a passer, Jaden Akins. KE said, hey, we're not looking the worst. Hey, I was describing this Knicks Summer League team as possibly the worst Summer League team of all time, but the Atlanta Hawks are trying to take the cake on that one. They scored 2 points in an entire 10-minute quarter, We are under 4 to go here. K. Hazy, terrible pass. Just make the simple pass there, right? He has not shown the aptitude to be a good passer. here in Summer League. Just go get a bucket or just make the easy pass and keep the offense moving. No need to reinvent the wheel here. Ike had the ball knocked out of his hands by Nickel. Double clutch by Isaac Jones. Can't get the layup to go. Battle on the board for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds, and the ball is going to go back to the Knicks. Warriors are signaling to challenge it. I hope we don't. Let's just keep it playing, y'all. It's Summer League. We don't need to do this. Hawks 3-0, though. But they're sitting all their guys, Corey. They're sitting all their guys. No Kingston Flemings, no Zuby Ejiofor. Or really just their two guys. I don't know if they're sitting anybody else, but I know those are the two draft picks who are there sitting out for tonight's game. Well, no, yeah, they're also sitting out their draft pick from last year as well. So, you know, they're sitting guys out. A 3 from Akins. He's been on fire all night. He misses that one right there. Rebounded by number 25, L. Jones. And so here comes Cryer. Gets it over to Jones. Jones on the left wing. Back up top to Cryer. 2:45 to go. How many blocks tonight for Robbins? I believe that was his fifth block. Cryer tried to force it underneath the Leon. The ball gets knocked out of bounds by Kyle. Jack Kyle. Good hustle. How many blocks for Robbins tonight? 4 blocks. 4 blocks for Robbins. Which is nice. 10-point game, 2:40 to go here. And that is a moving screen on Ike. Ball back to the Knicks here. Akins able to draw the foul. Running through that screen. Austin Brown with the Boston. Knicks down 11, not 10. Well, on the broadcast itself, they have it 80-70 on ESPN.com. They have it 80-70. So until this is updated, my score will also reflect 80-70 because that is also what I track as the game has gone on, brother. Keenar said, how tall is Robbins? Robbins is listed as 7 feet tall. He's a big dude. He is a big dude. Akins Euros down the lane, kicks it out. Dadier, right corner 3. If there's any time to get it going, now would be the time as he misses it. Kyle hustling, can't knock the rebound off. They knock the ball away from Leons. Leons ends up getting fouled by Akins. And I believe that's going to send him to the free throw line. 7-1. He's listed at 7 feet tall. So Jones will inbound it for the Warriors here. They get it up top to Cryer. Cryer coming to his left. Snaking it back to his right hand. Inside the Leons. Gets the two-handed slam. Nice cut from Leons. Nice pass from Cryer. And we got 2 minutes to go. And 2 minutes to go for probably the rest of our Summer League coverage here. Jack Kyle struggling to bring the ball down. And the ball was knocked out of bounds. And that's going to be an 8-second violation. Jack Kyle struggling against the ball pressure of Leons there. Leon's just doing way too much ball handling out there. One move and go, brother. One move and go. If they cut you off, turn and go the other way. If they cut you off there, you turn and go the other way. Dancing with it too much. Again, that's just experience of being in the NBA, which he has not been. Lendenborg puts up a 3, and there's his first points of the night. It comes with under 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Finally gets on the board, and that's pretty much going to do it in terms of the competition here tonight. As Akins misses the free throw, ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Warriors. Lendenborg, his first made shot, end of the game here. The game pretty much out of balance. He knocks down the 3. 3 points, 1 for 7 from the field, 5 boards, 5 assists. Buzzer beater, what's up, buzzer beater? Always happy to see you, brother. Wiz, what's up, Wiz? 85-70. It is indeed 85-70. And we're going to get a timeout here from the Golden State Warriors. With end of game, it is the end of the game. We have been here for almost 2 hours now. Buzzer Beater said, I don't know if you know this or not, but the New York Knicks are the 25-26 NBA champions. I was a little, I wasn't too informed, but I think you're right, Buzzer Beater. I think they are the reigning NBA champions. Yes, sir. A fellow champion has entered the building. Appreciate you, brother. Sons Jen said, this is the first year Jamari Bouye hasn't been at Summer League in a while. Got a big boy contract. Yeah, he's made it. He's made it out of Summer League. That is the dream of every young player, to make it out of Summer League, man. Got to make it out of Summer League. Jamari Bouye, he's made it out. He's too good, right? You always want to be too good for Summer League. That's where you want to get to as an NBA player. But, yeah, not a very impressive performance from the Knicks. I mean, nothing, we're just looking to really be entertained here in Game 4 of Summer League. Again, we've kind of seen what we wanted to see. We're pretty sure about who's going to get the call up and what we've seen already so far. Nickel is really the only guy who is like, oh, okay, yeah, he's going to be on the team. He's going to get probably the two-way contract and split time between the G League and with the Knicks. So that's kind of where we're at. Everybody else, playing hard, playing for a training camp invite and opportunity. But we know what we've seen so far from this Knicks Summer League roster. And the Warriors use the challenge there. And the ball does go to the Knicks. Well, I don't know if they used the challenge, but the green light was on, it looked like. Ike picks off the interior pass from Akins. Can get out Lendenborg, another three, same spot, different result as he comes up short on it. Akins the rebound. 1:30 to go. I said, Jordan be like, wait, there's ball going on and I invited. I'm there. Jordan? DeAndre Jordan? Leones out of the corner. Pump fakes, Euros, down the lane, kicks it out. Jones, 0-3. Can't get it to go. Ike the rebound. Ike. I thought it was Ike. Cryer misses a three. Nickel chases down the rebound. They're off and running. Nickel leaves it off. Akins will put up the right wing three in transition. He'll splash it. He's got 20 points here tonight. Got 21. Jones pump fakes down the lane. Two-handed slam. And we are under a minute to go, so we're pretty much going to wrap it up here. Jordan rushing it down the other end, got the layup. And the Warriors will bring it down. Jordan picks the ball off. He gets fouled by Cryer. So the commentators, the broadcast team right now talking about how the Warriors Summer League team, like if they want to advance in the playoffs and get out of the consolation round, they got to run up the score a little bit here to get their point differential as high as possible. So that's probably, if you're like, why do they keep playing so hard? Like, that's disrespectful. That's why, it's a little bit of a in-season tournament NBA Cup kind of gimmick where it's, how you are placed in the Summer League tournament is based off a point differential if your records are the same. So, but the Knicks will fall to 1-3 here in Summer League. So again, we knew they were going to be a bad Summer League team coming in. But Akins will throw up a three. He'll miss a three. Battle for the rebound. And here come the Warriors. A three from Cryer. He'll miss it. Ike misses it. Hit ahead. Jordan, two-handed slam. 15 seconds to go. And the Warriors got to push it. Cryer, in and out dribble, coming to his right. Lendenborg a three. They need it. Misses it. Rebounded by the Knicks. And that will end it. Lendenborg comes up with a big block at the end there at the buzzer. Just padding the stats a little bit there defensively. He looks really impressive defensively. The offense was a disaster today, shooting-wise, for Yaxel Lendenborg. But outside of that, I thought he was really impressive. And that's going to wrap us up right there. DeGrant and Dadier disappointing. I think this is his rodeo with the Knicks. It might be. Look, they seemingly have already moved on from Kevin McCullough. They obviously have already moved on from Ariel Hukporti. We'll see what happens with Tyler Kolek in the future. And Dadier, honestly, if I'm being honest with you guys, I think Dadier, the only reason Dadier is still a part of the Knicks organization right now is because he has a guaranteed contract. He was a first-round pick. If he fell to the second round, and if the Knicks had taken him in the second round and had been negotiating non-guaranteed type of contracts with him and two-way contracts or anything like that, I don't think he would have gotten picked back up with the Knicks because let's be real, McCullough showed far more NBA competence as an NBA player than Dadier did, or Dadier has. So we'll see. You got to keep out hope for these young guys to figure it out. But again, I've talked about the mentality and mindset that I haven't liked from Dadier. Like, the skill set is there, the size is there, but if you don't have the right mindset and mentality to come out and play a specific type of way in the NBA, your size doesn't matter. Which is why when, I push back all the time on Nick Yak of like, it will just give me the taller player. I'm like, I don't care how tall you are if you don't have the right mentality to sort of come out and play that way. There's a reason why Jose Alvarado and Jalen Brunson were able to take advantage of a Wembanyama matchup. Because the mentality is like, I don't care how tall you are. If I can create the space, I'm going to rise up and knock it down. So, we'll see. This is, like you said, this might be the last year for Dadier to show something before they eventually maybe move on from him. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. They also might keep him around to use his salary slot as a trade option, trade filler. As I've been saying it since they signed Andre Drummond, since Mitchell Robinson left the team, that their options to replace Mitchell Robinson is in the trade market. It was never in free agency, unfortunately. So they will be in the trade market for somebody at some point, probably around the deadline in March or February. It's in February. And they'll use Dadier, and they'll probably use McBride and a bunch of those second-round picks that they picked up in this last NBA draft to go out and trade for a Khalil Ware or an Yves Missi or a player of that type. That is the solution they have to fix their backup center spot. And if anything, a third-string center spot, which I do think they would rather a backup center and then have Andre Drummond be the third-string center, but we'll see what they're going to be able to get. Bruce Fowler, what's up, Bruce? I'm confident Leon Rose will move Dadier's contract perhaps before the trade deadline. I think it is pretty likely that either Dadier or McBride will get traded at the deadline here, because the Knicks tend to not go into free agency with players. The last two times they've done that, Isaiah Hartenstein left for nothing, and Mitchell Robinson left for nothing. So now the Mitchell Robinson one is different. By all accounts, from what we've heard, it seems like the ownership kind of came out of nowhere to tell them that, hey, we're not going into the second apron. Good luck. And that kind of shocked them a little bit. It seemed like they were slightly unprepared for that and had to sort of regroup in terms of what they were going to do. And so that made the Mitchell Robinson thing much more difficult to bring him back. But also, you couldn't trade Mitchell Robinson last year because he was a huge piece and a huge reason as to why you won the championship last year. So I will take that and having Mitchell Robinson end up leaving for nothing any day of the week, unfortunately. And you guys know how I feel about Mitchell Robinson. I wish he would have retired in Knicks. I do think he will end up back with the Knicks. Hopefully after this 3-year contract that he has with the Celtics is over, he comes back to the Knicks. Because that's my guy. He belongs in orange and blue. Gabriel Gobi, what's up, Gabriel? Recently, I can't make it for those games. Got to sleep at night. I appreciate you, Gabriel. Don't worry about it, brother. Someone is impressing you so far? Jack Kyle and Tyler Nickel have been impressive to me. I didn't have huge expectations for them. I was hoping, I had faith that I would see something from them. Tyler Nickel was a legit NBA-level shooter. He just needs kind of experience and real coaching to sort of get him acclimated to an NBA system and NBA pace and whatnot. But he can play in the NBA tomorrow, with his level of shooting. He's a legit NBA level shooter. He is a huge threat from three. He's got to get in better shape. He's got to learn the system and lock in. But he is an NBA level player. He'll probably end up on a two-way for the Knicks, so they don't really have roster spots available for him. Jack Kyle was also somewhat impressive. I wish, the Knicks were in a position where they can get him on a two-way. I think they wish they were in a position to get him on a two-way, but unfortunately they can't, and he'll end up going back to Germany probably for another year before they can bring him back to the team next year. Hopefully, it's just a one-year draft and stash, and they can bring him back over next year, so we'll see. Anybody else really impressive on the Knicks Summer League team? Not really. Diawara and Dadier have kind of mostly been disappointing, haven't really shown much. Not too concerned about the Diawara thing because, again, I've explained it a million times. He'll be all right. We saw him play really well for the Knicks in the regular season last year. Hopefully he doesn't have a disappointing sophomore year, but I'm not too concerned about it here in Summer League from what he's shown. And then the Dadier thing is like, I've expressed all night how I feel about Dadier. I got hope for him. He's got all the tools. He's got the size. He just doesn't really have the mindset and mentality to be the player he needs to be in order, the aggressiveness you need in order to thrive at that position at this level. Buzzer Beater said, can Nickel replace Deuce? No, because he's not the level of defender that Deuce McBride is at the point of attack. That's really what makes Deuce McBride special, is that it's not just the three-point shooting, it's the point of attack defense. So Nickel is maybe a more consistent shooter, whereas Deuce McBride kind of has, highs and lows. But everybody, goes through slumps and has highs and lows and whatnot. So that's not saying anything about Deuce McBride's shooting ability. He's a phenomenal three-point shooter. And was a huge piece of the Knicks making their finals run, of course. But, yeah. Can he replace Deuce McBride? No, I think that's what you have Shamit for. I think Shamit is the piece, which is why they gave him a 4-year contract to ultimately replace Deuce McBride. And if they have to move off of Deuce McBride and bring in somebody else like a Tyler Kolek, they already have Jose Alvarado. So it's probably going to be Jose Alvarado. And then you move off of Deuce McBride. Unfortunately, I love Deuce McBride in the same way that I love Mitchell Robinson, 2 homegrown Knicks that they're probably going to have to move off of because of salary reasons, which is super unfortunate. They have to change the CBA, make an addendum to it or something, because it just sucks that you lose homegrown talent because it counts too much towards your cap to bring them back. It just seems silly. But anyway. Durston, appreciate you. Bruce Fowler, Suns Gen, everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for Summer League coverage. That's pretty much going to wrap it up. The Knicks, I believe, only have one more game, which is tomorrow. And like I said, I'm not going to be able to cover tomorrow's game because I am going to go watch The Odyssey, which all the reviews coming out say it's incredible. Maybe Nolan's best movie, which we know is a very high bar. So I'm very excited. And honestly, you guys know I'm a sicko for NBA basketball, even Summer League basketball. But even I am going to value going to go watch The Odyssey over watching this Knicks Summer League team play again. So I appreciate you guys. And like I said, probably going to see if we can cover some football games this year going into the NBA season. Just because, it'll give us a reason to stay live, be live, talk to each other, to give us, a new avenue of things to stream. We'll just try it out, see how we feel about it together. And there's not really much going on there. There's videos I'm working on, there's shorts I'm working on. So in the in-between between the NFL season starting in week 1 and the end of Summer League, which effectively is today. It technically ends in 3 days on the 19th, but we'll be back. I have videos that I'm working on. I have shorts that I'm working on. Just small things, small pieces of content to throw up in between those things. And then, of course, Bruce Fowler, NFL, maybe. We'll definitely try. I shouldn't even say maybe we'll stream. We'll definitely be live for NFL games this season coming up until we get to the start of the NBA. And then we're switching over back to our full-time NBA coverage because that's my sport. I'm a super casual of the NFL. It will be a huge learning process for me. Not familiar enough to really do NFL games, which is why I've kind of mostly avoided it and just stuck to what I know, which is basketball, right? I stay in my lane. But it's kind of a dead period with the NBA at that point. All the free agency stuff has happened. You really don't see trades at that point. Teams are just kind of coming in back to their, home team states for training camp and whatnot. So it's just a whole lot of nothing going on. So might as well go live, right? So the things, just to let everybody know, because this is probably the last time we'll meet for maybe a month live. We'll see. Nick Yaxel, Robin's 8 blocks in the last 2 games and moves wide. Would love to see him make training game to go against Drummond. Yeah, he'll get absolutely dominated by Drummond because Drummond is too big, too strong. For Robbins, I was not impressed with his ability to be, an immovable force in the paint. I thought he got moved around very easily in the paint. Want to see him be better at that. That's the thing, again, that I was tracking the whole summer league with Liam Robbins. It's like, okay, if you want to be a center in the NBA, you got to be big in the paint. And I was not impressed. He reminded me a little bit of a Quentin Post. And Quentin Post is a nice stretch big, but he's not a big man in the paint. So, again, so the things I will be working on here in the interim between the next time we go live for week 1 of the NFL. And now is I got some videos I want to make. I got some YouTube shorts I want to make. And then we're going to work on adjusting our background, right? So this setup, I like to change it up every year. This setup will be different. These player graphics will be different. Going in the next year, we'll have different stats. We'll have a different sort of layout and setup for it and whatnot. So those are the things that I will be working on going into the start of next year. We also got to figure out how we're going to end up covering football and whatnot. This will be different. This sort of setup will be different where I won't be standing. I want to make it so that I'm not standing in front of the stats any longer. So people will stop telling me to get the heck out of the way, because I get it. You guys are right. But also, you know, you're on the internet already. You can also pull it up. I say it all the time. But yeah, I've already kind of started to figure out how I want to do this. As you can see, I replaced the previous green screen with 2 separate green screens. And they kind of snap together now with these magnets that I set up. So there's that. We'll figure it out. This baby will be pushed back. Maybe we'll, you know, have it open a bit like this, but then I got to figure out lighting behind it. So we'll mess around. We'll figure out how we want to do this. I do got to take the green screens down, slice them to size, and whatnot to have it up here. So that's where we're at. Bruce Fowler said, new halftime sponsor? Maybe. I do got to do a lot of reaching out. If you guys have anything that you would like to sponsor, hit me up like our guy Daniel Moore Music did with his record label. Shout out to Daniel Moore Music. He's just, you know, an independent businessman who, you know, was a Knicks fan and is a fan of the channel, who's around all the time, who just hit me up and was like, hey man, I might be interested in this. Like, what do you think? And I said, sure, let's talk about it. And we talked about it. We came to an agreement, and so he was the halftime sponsor for the second half of the NBA regular season. So if you guys have any businesses you would like to promote, hit me up. We could talk about it, figure something out, of course. But outside of that, I will be reaching out to my own companies that I'm interested in to reaching out and working with. We'll see if any of them bite, of course. It takes 2 to tango. As much as I would like to promote them, if they have no interest, there's really not much I could do about that. So we're working on it. We're working on different avenues and whatnot to sort of come up with something that'll be beneficial for everybody involved, and hopefully making this a full-time thing where we can really start pumping out more content, really focusing on it 24/7. Whereas like even now during the summer, like it's a second half of the day thing. You know, it's like a secondary job where you know, I wish I could sit down and write a full script to a video I want to make, and then do the voiceover, and then edit it or hand it off to an editor. You know. So, you know, there's a million things I want to do. The problem is time. Problem is the effort, and the problem is trying to stretch myself too thin with trying to set things up for live streams while also setting things up to make, you know, short form videos, while also setting things up to make long form videos, while also handling the social media stuff. And I say it all the time, it's a one-man band. No one feels bad for you because, again, it's a secondary job kind of thing. But I would like it to get it to a point where it could be a little bit self-sufficient. So that's kind of where we're at. That's my focus going into next year, where I think next year might be a season where it's like, okay, we're on the track of this is now full-time. Next year might be the deciding year of like, is this something we will continue to explore of making better and better and better? Or is it gonna get to a point where it's like, okay, it's a side thing, it'll always remain a side thing. So that's kind of where I'm at. Next year feels like a do or die season for me, so I'm going all in on it. And I hope you guys are along for the ride, because it was extremely fun last year. Let's do it again next year. Knicks going back to back, of course. They're going back to back. We're going to hang this shirt in the rafters and pull up for a 26-27 New York Knicks NBA champions shirt going into next year as well. Also, the merch thing. I know you guys are like, hey, more merch. Give us more merch stuff. And it's like, I know, guys, I'm working on a million things at once. And the thing that is like least fulfilling to me is putting up new merch. I'm just not, you know. So appreciate you guys, and I'm working on it. And it is on the list of things to do. Just low on the totem pole. So again, appreciate you guys. Yaxel, include minutes per game for the stats. Yes, I will be going through it, Yak. We will be adjusting things in terms of what I think is like most valuable to have up there. Minutes per game is for sure one of those things that's on there, so we can look at, you know, the production versus how often they're on the court, of course. So, you know, there's that going into next year. So I appreciate you guys. Bruce Fowler, Knicks in 5, never in doubt. Honestly, Knicks in 5 is because they beat the Spurs in 5 games for the NBA championship. It has become the de facto sort of calling card. But if you hang around the channel long enough, you know what I've been saying for 2.5 years now, almost 3 years. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. And we have yet to be proven otherwise. The only time we got proven otherwise was when the San Antonio Spurs won that cursed game 3. So it took a curse for the Knicks to lose a playoff game. But outside of that, Knicks won it in 5. And, of course, we're going to run it back next year, and it's going to be Knicks in 4. It's going to be Knicks in 4. We're going to do it even better. Kinhar, no jive, Knicks in 5. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for hanging out with me, even through the slog of Summer League. Summer League can be a slog. I've said it before. I love it. I love the slog of it. I have a good time watching it. I wish the higher prospects would play a little bit more. You know, they have pretty much, most of them have pretty much tapped out at this point. Devansta's out. I think Peterson's out. So, AP said this is my 4th season here. Appreciate you, AP. Appreciate you. And hopefully we got many more to come. Hopefully we're doing this for a long time because I love it. I really do love it. I've grown to like even like I look forward to it. Even on the days where I'm tired and exhausted from work and I'm like coming home and I'm like, I got 30 minutes to get home, shower, eat, and then go live. Let's do it because I love being live. And there are times where I'm like, oh man, last thing I want to do is just like be in front of a camera for 3 hours. And then I hit the live button and then I'm energized and I'm ready to go and I get to talk to you guys. And then it's like, oh, this is fun. Hanging out with people is fun, even if it is virtually over the internet and I don't get to see any of you guys. But we might figure out a problem with that. We might have a Discord in the works going in the next season. Maybe it'll have to be pushed back at some point during the season next year. We get it set up. But I do have ideas for the Discord. If anything, to like have a chat room where we could hang out with all day, or and even have like a mailbag section where we could answer questions, you know, at the end of games or in the pre-games or at halftime or anything like that. So I have ideas for things I want to do like that. But again, I have a million ideas of things I want to do, and I'm only one person. Got to prioritize certain things over others. Unfortunately, a lot of things get pushed to the back burner. Eventually, we'll get to these things. Eventually, maybe we'll actually have some help. But until then, I appreciate you guys. I've rambled on long enough. I'll let you guys get back to your night. It's only 9 p.m. here on the East, so we got a little bit of time left. It is the middle of the week, though. Tomorrow is Friday, so happy Friday to everybody who celebrates. And I'm going to go watch the Odyssey tomorrow. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Remember, brush your teeth before bed, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye. Derek Howell, what's up, brother? Got me right at the very end.